And we are back at the 2025 CPU Powerlifting National Championships here in Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan. I'm sitting here with Jeff Butt, our CPU president and recent national champion. So welcome, Jeff, again. Tell us a little bit about what just happened. You were lifting this morning.
Yeah, I just got off the platform about an hour ago, and I set 3 national records in the squat, deadlift, and total, and finished second overall in the M2 division.
Well, congratulations again. Was
Thank
a good
you.
morning.
Thank you. Yes, it was.
We have our M1 female lifters this afternoon on platform 1 and platform 2. We have the 47, 57, and 63 kilo lifters on platform 1, and we have our 76, 84s on platform 2. We will begin here in just a few moments. Platform 1 is just about to begin. Our starting lifter will be Donna Lenetsky, and she will be opening with 70 kilos on the bar for her first squat.
We got Pamela Scott on platform 2 with 90 kilo opener, and she's in 76 M1 division.
Easy opener for Donna.
Looks good. And the referee says a little delay on the lighting.
Looks like an easy opener for Pamela as well.
Platform 2 looks good.
Just waiting on the electronics to work here on our 3 lighting system.
Looks like there's a problem with the middle.
They're addressing that now. I do believe they were both good lifts, but we'll wait just a moment here. They are trying to correct the problem. So we have had a full week of lifting. We're now on Thursday afternoon. We started on Sunday. Lots of national records set and lots of what I would say good competition battles for placements and for podiums.
So we're moving on platform 2. So I assume it was a good lift. We got Carmela Smith with 90 kilos as well.
And Melissa Thomas on platform 1 attempting 90 kilos. It does appear our lighting system on platform 1 is working.
And the first lift was a good lift.
Carmela with what appears to be a good lift. Again, we're waiting on the lighting system. Melissa on platform 1.
So very strong.
Good lift from Melissa.
Easy opener.
We have Michelle on platform 1 with 100 kilos for the opener, and Jessie on platform 2 with 95 kilos for her opener. We're still waiting on the lighting system on platform 2, but we'll try and keep you up to date as best we can.
And it looks like Pamela may have passed on her second and third squats.
Oh. So talk to us a little bit about that, Jeff. If a lifter decides to pass on their first and second, or even if they pass on their third, what would be some of the reasons behind that?
Could be they're just looking to get a total in. Maybe they're not up to 100% and don't want to get injured any further. We got Jessie Warren on 2.
Appears to be a good lift for Jessie.
Yeah.
And Michelle's lift at 100 kilos. Appears to be a good lift as well. Two whites, 1 red.
Exactly, looks good.
So in Pam's case, because she chose an opener, successfully completed, and then chose to pass on her next 2, as you mentioned, it could be because she's not feeling up to snuff. She might be injured. Could also, like you said, a placeholder where if there's no one else in her group, or if she believes that she already knows where her placement's going to be.
It could be. Maybe she's concentrating on a record as well, maybe in the bench press or deadlift. So that's a couple of reasons.
Strategy,
I'm sure we'll see as the day goes on what the reasoning was.
All right, so a strategy for saving energy for something bigger later.
Exactly. So
all right.
Platform 1's a good lift, yes.
Yeah. Melissa was good. Krista's on platform 2 with 102.5 kilos. Julie on platform 1 with 110 for her opener. So our 63s and our 84s now are moving along quickly. We're halfway through the first round of squat attempts.
Yeah, sometimes too when a lifter does put in or don't plan to come out again, they will put in the attempt just to give the other competitors an extra minute. But with 10 or 12 people, I don't see any advantage to it, to be honest.
Krista is from Saskatchewan. She competed recently at provincials, did very well.
See a strong opener.
Looks good, and Julie's looks good as well.
Yes.
And 3 white lights for the two of them.
All whites across the board.
Natalie with 115 on her opener on platform 1, and Hannah will be attempting also 115 on platform 2 for her opener. So yeah, so as you mentioned, when someone chooses not to make a second or third attempt and leaves it open but has not put a number in order to time out the clock, when there's 12 lifters, 10, 11, 12, possibly even more lifters, it's really not going to make a difference between a 10-minute wait and an 11-minute wait.
No. If it was 6, then we would be talking about a problem. I lifted an event one time. There were 6 of us started. A couple of lifters did the token lifts and then didn't put in an extra attempt, and then basically walked off the stage, got ready, and
wow.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
So good lift on one.
Tiffany with a 2-to-1, 2 whites to 1 red light for a good lift. And Hannah with a good lift on platform 2.
So Aaron Smith on 2, 117.5.
Apologize, that's Natalie there with the good lift on 1.
Yes.
Tiffany is now up on platform 1 with 117.5. Aaron is also attempting 117.5.
Bars loaded, platform 2 for Aaron.
We are moving along quickly here.
Yeah, spotters and loaders do an amazing job all week.
Nice and deep for Tiffany. A bit of a grind through the middle, but looks good, and it is. And for Aaron.
A little sticky in the middle as well.
A little stick in the middle. Is that when we have someone that gets stuck on the way back up, especially in the middle, is that usually due to a bracing issue? Is it due to a
possibly bracing, maybe getting on your toes a little bit? I would think
getting
could be another reason.
Forward on the way? Okay.
Yeah.
Because I noticed that when squats get stuck, you're either going to get stuck at the bottom because the weight's too heavy, or you can get stuck in the middle, and that's usually like that bracing, or maybe, like you said, too much weight's on the front foot.
We got Morgan on platform 2, 122.5.
We got Virginia with 125 on platform 1. As you can see, we're going to thank one of our sponsors right now. Both of them are wearing SPD gear. SPD Apparel Canada is one of our major sponsors. Thanks to them for helping to support this event. Looks like 3 whites on both.
Yes.
Successful lifts on both sides. We have Amanda opening with 130 on platform 1, and Carol Vachon opening with 135 on platform 2.
It's good to see Carol back. Carol had a hiatus for a number of years, and she's back in the last several years, and it's good to see her. She's a great lifter.
And has a support crew in the audience too.
Sounds like it.
Sounds like it. All right, we're waiting for Amanda to take her opener. Looks to be a good lift.
Yes, no problem there.
It is. And Carol looks to have a good lift on 2, and she does.
Next we have Amber on platform 2, 145.
And Morea on platform 1 at 130. So far we have had all of our lifts successful. Openers have been chosen wisely. Typically when you're starting a meet like this, a big meet like this, you do want that squat. It'll be something you can do pretty comfortably.
Yeah, and it just really sets the tone for the day. You have a good, easy opener. It sets the tone for the rest of the day.
Ryle, pretty comfortable opener. 3 white lights.
Amber with a really deep squat. And 3 white lights.
And we are at the top of the order on platform 1. Donna will be attempting her second at 75 kilos. Finishing out the bottom of the order on platform 2, Sandy will be attempting 152.5. It's a big opener.
Yes, and as mentioned, all these ladies are Master 1, which is between the ages of 40 and 49.
Both lifts appear to be good.
Yep, 3 whites across the board.
And now with a good lift on
Carmela
platform
Smith
2, we've
on
got
2,
Carmela starting out our
jumping
second
5
attempt
kilos
here at 95
to
kilograms.
95.
And Melissa on 1 with 100 kilos. We now have openers out of the way. Everyone has been successful. So everybody has a good lift for their squat attempt.
Bars loaded for Carmela. We've got Jessie and Krista standing by.
A little bit of a sticking point in the middle, but she took care of it. A good lift for Michelle, or excuse me, from Melissa.
Melissa.
And while we watch Carmela, Michelle is up on platform 1 with 107.5. Carmela with a nice,
Ooh,
oh,
a little too heavy.
a little too
Hopefully
heavy.
she'll come back and make some adjustments.
Here on platform 2.
And we have Jessie up on platform 2 with 102.5.
Sorry, we've got Jessie coming up next, followed by Krista on platform 2.
And you will see some athletes today with the Team Canada singlet on, and that tells you that at some point in time they represented the country. So generally really good lifters.
A grind, but she got it. A little bit of a grind.
Looks good.
Good for,
3 white lights.
good lift for Michelle.
Jessie on
And
2. Let's see, 102.5. And referees say 3 white lights.
Right.
Excellent.
So yeah, so with this Team Canada singlet, they've represented Canada at an international competition. That could potentially be at a Worlds competition, but there are other international competitions as well.
Exactly. You could have something in a North American event, and it could be a bench press or full powerlifting, and also in the Commonwealth, it could be a bench press or full powerlifting.
So opportunities for lifters.
Absolutely. And obviously our ages go to unlimited, so I think we had a couple people yesterday had their first nationals. They were in their 70s, so
There you go.
very good to see.
All right, Natalie on platform 1 will be attempting 120, and Krista is just about to attempt 107.5 on platform 2.
Bars loaded. Let's go, Natalie.
Very quick up and down, 3 white lights.
Good lift on platform 2.
And while we watch Natalie set up, Vicky Lees will be attempting 110 on platform 2.
110 kilograms, followed by Erin. Bars loaded for Vicky.
Looked like Natalie dipped in there.
Yep.
See what the referees say. 3 white lights.
Julie's coming up next, followed by Tiffany and Virginia.
Vicky about to make her attempt while we wait for Julie on platform 1. We'll be attempting 120.
Bars loaded for
Vicky is
Julie.
attempting 110. Nice and deep.
Very strong.
Yep.
That's the way you want a second to look.
For Vicky, platform 2, we've got Erin next, followed by Hannah.
Julie's attempting 120 on 1. And we got Erin coming up on 2 with 122.5.
The loading crews are changing plates very quickly. We are moving right along. It looks like Julie will be successful at 120. She is. 3 white lights for her. And we're just waiting on Erin to step up to the bar. 122.5. Tiffany also 122.5 on platform 1.
Erin's got 110 kilograms.
Some dueling platforms here. this
Exactly.
afternoon.
The numbers have been very similar.
Yeah.
Very quick up and down for Erin.
And 3 white lights.
We've got Hannah next, followed by Morgan on platform 2.
Tiffany's look strong as well. I think
Yeah.
that's a good lift. Yes. 3 white lights.
All right, Hannah on platform 2 with 122.5 coming up. Virginia on platform 1 with 132.5. We are making our way down to the bottom of the order for second attempts.
Bar is loaded for Virginia.
Hannah's got 122.5 kilograms. Up next is Morgan.
Hannah's lift looks strong. And 3 white lights.
Platform 2, we've got Morgan
Virgin with 132.5.
Appears to be good. It is. We have Morgan up on platform 2 with 130, and Amanda on platform 1 with 135. We are almost at the bottom of the order. Second round attempts on platform 1. Amanda being our second last lifter on platform 1, and Morgan on platform 2. We do have some very enthusiastic audience members that are here to support their lifters. I've noticed this week, probably more so than other events I've been at, that they have come with the cowbells and the signs.
Yeah, and there's been very consistent crowds here throughout the week, which is good to see. I think it's the popularity of the sport is really increasing year over year. And it's a good lift on 1. On 2.
Good lift for Morgan on 2. Amanda is grinding out her attempt on 1. Let's see.
It's okay.
And it's good.
Got Carol Vachon, 142.5 on 2.
And Moreo on platform 1 with 137.5 kilos. So we're now talking about lifters lifting over 300 pounds on their second attempts as we get towards the end of the second attempts here. Some of these lifters will start approaching double their body weight in terms of their attempts.
And I think Mo has represented Canada the last 2 years at the World Championships. He's a great lifter.
Nice and steady.
Very good attempt. Got Carol on 2.
Nope, they're asking her to re-rack.
Re-rack, so maybe it's a problem with her knees not being locked out, I would assume. Let's hope she still has time. She got the command.
Yep.
Good. And again, you have 1 minute from the time the bar is loaded to get the referees. Oh, yeah. And it looks like there's a depth call and uneven lockout. So let's. I'm sure the coach is going to go to the jury to maybe question that.
Yeah, the depth looked like it was really close. I mean, from our vantage point, it's hard to tell from where we are. We have Dawn on platform 1 with her third attempt at 82.5 kilos. And she appears to have got that.
Let's see. She was a little twisted, so I'm not sure if that. Yeah, and
2 to 1.
And I think that's probably why we see the 1 red light.
Sure.
It's twisted into the left-hand side there a little bit.
Okay, and
but
we have
it's a good lift.
Amber on platform 2 attempting 152.5.
And she's the end of the second round,
and that's
also called on depth as well.
That's what I was worried about when I saw the depth there. I thought it was going to be very close. When you watch the replay, yeah, it's right.
Yeah, I got Melissa. Oh, it's a little too much on platform 1.
Melissa on her third, just a bit too much on the day. And now we have Michelle on platform 1 with 115 and Sandy on platform 2 with 160 kilos.
Is that to round out the second round, I believe?
I believe the second round on platform 2, that would be the last lifter, yep. So we will start thirds on platform 2 after Sandy. And we are halfway through our third attempts on platform 1.
Sandy's closing off our second attempts here on platform 2.
So 160 kilos, around 350 pounds for anyone who doesn't understand kilos.
Nice and deep.
Very good squat.
Very good up and down.
Definitely some room to spare there as well. We got Michelle. Elected jump 7.5 kilos. Definitely a good fight. I think that's okay.
Should be a good lift. 2 to 1.
2 to 1. Sometimes that international experience will help you when those lifts get a little bit tough.
She's probably had to grind through a few lifts in the past.
I would think so, yes.
We have Carmela on platform 2 attempting 95 kilos for the second time, and Melissa on platform 1 with her third attempt at 117 and a half kilos. I believe Carmela's issue on her second attempt was depth. So
let's hope she can make the adjustments.
Yep. Too much for Melissa on platform 1 for her third.
Carmela's good on 2.
Carmela did get the 2 white lights on her third attempt, a good attempt. We have Jessie coming up on platform 2 with 107 and a half kilos for her third and final attempt, and Natalie on platform 1 at 125 kilos for her third and final attempt.
Jessie's followed by Krista and then Vicky.
Jessie's looks good. Let's see what the referees say. 3 white lights.
3 whites for Jess. And
Natalie looks good as
Natalie's
well.
looks good as well.
Ooh, no, a depth call.
2-1 on depth. So not a good lift.
Her coach is on the way to the jury table.
I see that.
And we'll have a look at the replay here. Looks okay from my angle, but I guess no. I think the jury has waved the coach away, so I think they agree.
So not a good lift for Natalie on her third. Julie's up on platform 1 at 125. Krista Sandy is up for her final attempt at 112.5 on platform 2.
Krista's was strong. Let's see what they say.
Yeah,
The depth
was, I thought, the issue.
And Julie,
just a little bit too much.
Too much for today, yes.
Yeah. We watched the replay here with Krista. Lots of strength, but didn't quite get deep enough.
Got Vicky now on 2 at 117.5 kilos.
And Tiffany at 127 and a half. When we have 2 red lights and a white light, 3 red lights, you cannot challenge that decision.
That's correct. One way or the other, if you have 3 whites or 3 reds, you can't go to the jury to protest or to question the lift if it's your lifter that made that. However, any combination of 2 to 1, you can certainly go and ask the question. Oh, real good fight on one. A little too heavy.
I thought she was going to get that, but
Vicky powers out of the bottom in 2. Let's see. And a good lift. Very good
lift for Vicky. Virginia's up on platform 1 with her final lift at 135. And we have Erin coming up with 130 kilos for her final lift on platform 2.
On 2, flight B, we've got 6 lifters, 3 lifters until changes.
We might have a timeout here. Or Virginia? We're not quite sure. Oh, nope.
No, she's there.
There she is.
We're waiting on, and Erin is on her way on 2. Good fight for Virginia. I think that's a good lift.
Good lift for Virginia.
Erin having a bit of a fight. Good calls on both.
Good third attempts.
Yeah.
2 to 1.
2 to 1.
Yeah. Typically, that third attempt would be something that you're kind of pushing and reaching for a little bit.
Exactly, around the max or certainly near your 100% is what you're looking for.
Sure. Amanda on platform 1, 137 and a half, and Hannah on platform 2 at 130 kilos.
Hannah's got 130 kilograms for her third attempt.
We have large groups in the 63 and in the 76 and 84 kilo groups. 84 in particular. We have a number of lifters in the 84, and in the 63s, I believe we have 6 or 7 lifters as well. So there will be some battles as we get into the bench and into the deadlifts.
Absolutely. Good lift on 2.
Amanda on 1.
Good fight, and looks like a good lift.
We'll have to see. 3 whites for Amanda. Good lift. We have Morgan on platform 2 with her final attempt at 135, and Mareo with her final attempt of 143.5, and because of the odd number, that is a national record attempt.
I think Morgan has spent some time on the international stage as well.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes people elect not to wear the Team Canada, me being one.
Morgan with a good lift.
Good lift.
And now we will watch Moreo's national record attempt of 143.5 kilos for a 63 kilo M1 lift. That did not
very
look
strong.
That
It didn't look hard at all for Mo.
Did not look hard at all for her. That was a very easy national record. Well done.
Good. Carol here, who missed her second on depth and will be reattempting 142.5 on 2.
And we will be starting our second flight on platform 1 in just a moment. Beth will be up with 90 kilos for her first attempt on platform 1, while we watch Carol take another shot at 142.5 kilos for her third. Looks to be deep enough.
Yeah, she put this one in the hole for sure. Powered out. And good
2
lift.
to 1, good lift.
Yeah, so that I think that might be an unlocked knee, I think, at the top maybe.
Okay.
We got Beth. Now on 1.
And this second flight on platform 1 is all 69 kilo lifters.
So
The entire flight.
Amarantu, she missed her second, and coming back forward on her third here. 152.5.
Beth good on her first attempt. Amber on platform 2 for her third and final attempt. Sarah will be attempting 97.5 kilos on platform 1 for her first. I think she got it a little deeper this time.
Yeah.
Yes, she did. Good for her. And our last squatter on platform 2 for this flight, Sandy, will be attempting 165 kilos while we watch Sarah do her opener.
Looks good for
Looks
opener.
good. Sarah's opener is good on platform 1. Crystal will be opening excuse me, at 105 on platform 1. And Sandy is just about to make her third and final attempt at 165 on platform 2.
Sandy's second was really easy, so just chose to jump 5. And again, probably seeing there will be battles down the line here. Just making sure she gets 3 for 3. Let's
nice
see.
and deep.
And that's a good lift.
Little stick in the middle, but should be a good lift. 3 whites for Sandy. Crystal is setting up to attempt 105 for her opener. And we will start our openers on platform 2 for our second flight with Jenny Howe at 110 kilos. And that group is a mix of 76 and 84 plus lifters. Crystal with a good lift on 1. So we have a mix of about equally divided, about 5 or 6 76 kilo lifters and 5 or 6 84 plus kilo lifters on platform 2.
Now this is Jenny's first attempt.
Rebecca will be attempting 105 on platform 1. Nice and deep. Good solid opener.
Looks good on 1.
Potentially adaptive. Nope, it's good.
It looks good.
Nicole Hart on platform 1, opening at 110. And Gillian,
Yes.
Jillian, opening at 125 on platform 2. All of our lifters are M1 lifters. That means they are between the ages of 40 and 49 years of age.
Bars loaded for Jillian, platform 2, 125 kilograms coming up for her first attempt.
Very good opener on 1.
Mm-hmm.
112.5 going on the bar for Trish, followed by Kip and then Kyle.
Trish will be opening at 112.5 on platform 1 while we watch Jillian
Bar is loaded for Trish.
on platform 2. Good lift for Jillian.
And 3 white lights.
And Trish on one,
We've got Eileen coming up
112.5
and
kilos.
Jennifer.
Let's see. I was.
A depth issue.
Yeah, I kind of thought that might be the
Yeah.
case there.
Bars
Unfortunately,
loaded for Eileen, platform
lots of
2.
strength. She can come back and get that.
Yep.
Marianne, 112.5 kilos.
We have Kimberly on platform 1 attempting 112.5, while Eileen is on platform 2 attempting 125.
125 kilograms here for Eileen's first attempt. Followed by Jennifer and then Heather.
And Eileen looks good on 2. Oh no!
Not quite to
I
the
thought that was a
line.
depth. I thought it might have been a depth issue.
Okay.
Yep.
Jennifer's coming up next on the platform.
We watched the replay. Didn't go.
Bars loaded.
Yes.
Hips didn't go down quite as
Yeah.
much as I thought they needed to.
Lift is good on 1.
Lift is good on 1. We have Kyla Kamiri up on platform 1 at 125, and we have Jennifer up on platform 2 at 127.5 kilos.
Bars loaded for Kyla.
Kyla's husband competed this morning.
Yes.
Dino competed earlier today, and now he is backstage coaching her. So,
Jennifer looks good on 2. Let's see what the referee
For
say.
the
Yes.
lift,
Good
and
lift.
Platform 2, we've got Heather coming up. Then Kim with Barbara Ann in the hole.
good lift for Kyla
3 white lights.
on platform 1.
Heather is on platform 2, 137.5 opener.
And Marie on platform 1 coming up at 130 kilos.
Bars loaded for Maria.
Heather's got 137.5 kilograms on the bar, first attempt here. Followed by
So Heather on 2, that's about 300 pounds for anyone that might be kilo challenged. We're going to have both the ladies squatting here at about the same time. Maria looks good on 1.
Nice and controlled on platform 2 as well. Both lifts are good. We move on to platform 1. Emmanuel is lifting 132.5 for her opener. She lifted earlier this week in the bench only event. And on platform 2, we have Kim Johnston attempting 137.5.
And Emmanuel has had some world experience as well over the last couple of years.
I remember seeing her name in different places at international events. Yep.
And some medal finishes
Definitely.
as well.
Definitely. Yep.
Oh, you got to replace on 2.
Nice deep squat for Emmanuel.
Yes.
3 whites. In Kim's case, I think it was a reset for soft knees, but the squat looks good once she re-racked.
Oh, no.
A depth issue.
Reds, yeah. Have a look at it from
Yeah.
replay.
Oh, maybe it didn't go down quite as deep as it looked initially.
Yeah, initially I thought it was good.
Yeah. Jennifer on platform 1 with 135 kilos. Barbara Ann on platform 2 will be attempting 145. Jennifer's choosing to squat without knee sleeves, which is kind of uncommon nowadays.
Yes, this is the first one I think I've seen this weekend.
Good lift, though, for her opener.
Yeah, looked very strong.
145 kilograms here for Barbara Ann.
And Barbara, 145 on 2. Very powerful squat.
Very quick. And
And
3
3
white
white
lights. Beth's on platform 1. We are now at the top of the order again. She'll be attempting her second at 97.5 kilos. And Christine on platform 2 will be attempting her first at 150 kilos or 330 pounds.
Christine's got 150 kilograms on the bar. That's 330.7 pounds.
Very quick and deep for Beth. Appears to be a good lift. It is. And a good lift for Christine as well. Sarah is going to attempt a second at 102.5 kilos, and Tracy will be opening with 155 on platform 2. As mentioned, we have our 69 kilo lifters on platform 1 at the entire group. This flight is 69 kilo lifters. On platform 2, we have 76 kilo and 84 plus kilo lifters. All M1 female lifters.
Bars loaded for Tracy, platform 2. $155 kilograms for Tracy's first attempt here.
Sarah on 1 looks okay. Let's see what the referee said. Yes, 3
white
white lights.
110 equal lift for Crystal, followed by Tracy, 110.
Tracy's squat looks really good on 2. And
Good.
3 white lights.
Good lift for Tracy. Platform 1, Crystal, open with her second at 110. And we have Suan Gill opening at 160 on platform 2. I hope I said that right. Platform crew making sure that the plates are tight and that the collars are tight on platform 2.
Bars loaded for Sue Jan, platform 2. 160 kilograms for the opening attempt here.
Look like that surprised Crystal a little bit, but it's 3 white
But
lights.
she got it.
Tracy's coming up next, followed by Becky, and then
Trish Markowski up to attempt 112.5 again. She missed on her first. I believe it was due to depth. She's going to take it again for her second on platform 1.
And no lift on 2. Again, a depth call, 2 to 1.
Looks like Trish got that one a little deeper. And she did. A good lift
in
for
the
her.
contest. Good.
Yep. Rebecca coming up on platform 1 at 115 kilos. Nicole coming up on platform 2 at 162.5 kilos. That equates to about 357, 358 pounds.
And this is just her opening attempt.
And this is her opener. Exactly.
162.5 kilograms for Nicole Ross here on platform 2.
Looks like a good one for Rebecca. Let's see what the referee
I think Nicole's might have a depth issue.
Yes.
Yes, it did.
2 to 1.
It was close, but it definitely was probably not enough hip flex, hip bend to get down below the knee.
We've got Lily coming on platform 2.
Nicole on platform 1 at 117.5 for her second, and Lily on platform 2 opening at 165 kilos.
So on platform 1, we have everybody in the contest. On platform 2, we still have 4 people that hopefully gets their second attempts and can move on in the powerlifting event here. Got Nicole on 117. Lily on 2, a little grind, but it looks good.
And both of our lifters are successful. Moving on to platform 1, Kimberly at 120, and Maria opening at 182.5.
So 400 pounds.
She's opening at 400 pounds. That is a big opener no matter who you are.
Yeah, exactly.
Bars loaded for Maria, platform 2. Maria's got 186 182.5 kilograms on the bar for her opening attempt. That's just over 400 pounds.
Kimberly looks good on one.
Mm-hmm.
Three white lights. Let's see Maria's here.
I thought it might be a depth issue. It was very close.
Let's see the replay here now. She did get a white light on this side that we're watching. It is very close.
Yep. Kyle on platform 1, going up 5 kilos to 130. And Jenny on platform 2 with her second at 115 kilos. So we are back up to the top of the order on platform 2 for second attempts as we make our way to the bottom of the order on platform 1.
Jenny's got 115 kilograms for her second attempt.
Looks good for Kyle on one.
Yeah, it does look good.
Oh, no.
Wow. A little surprised that that's a depth call.
And we'll see
Maybe
it
we'll
actually
get
from a different vantage point.
We'll get a better angle here.
Still looks good to me.
Still, yeah. I mean, it's tough from this angle, but.
And Jenny on 2, she reset in here.
The re-rack. Maria getting ready on 1 at 137.5 kilos. Jenny about to make her second attempt at 115.
No, I don't see Coach coming out for Kyle.
I don't
question
I
that
don't. No. Both lifts appeared. Oh,
a little high on 2 and good on 1.
A little high for Jenny on platform 2, and a good lift for Maria on platform 1. Emmanuel is going to make a 7.5 kilo jump to 140 for her second, while Eileen is going to attempt 125 again, and if I remember correctly, that was a depth issue.
Yes. So hopefully that she can just correct that a little bit, and she gets on the board here. Of course, having someone not register a squat and bomb out is not something we want to see here for anyone.
There again, I think that's going to be a close
call, I believe, as well.
And again, a depth issue from the side judges. Emmanuel, what appears to be a good lift.
Hers is very deep.
Yep, there we go, 3 whites. Yeah, when you watch it from the side, it definitely is not deep enough.
So she has to make her next attempt now to stay in the contest. You can continue on, but your result will be 0.
Jennifer on platform 1 at 142.5 kilos, and Jillian on platform 2 at 132.5. Both of them have their openers successful.
And both jump 7.5 kilos, which is a pretty common jump here.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think Jennifer's the only lifter I've seen without knee sleeves this week.
Yes.
Yeah.
Jillian's got 132.5 kilograms.
Nice and deep, nice and smooth up and down. Should be a good lift for Jennifer. It is. And Jillian
looks good to me as well.
And it's a good lift for Jillian as well. Jennifer up on platform 2 at 135. Beth is taking her third. She's making a 7.5 kilo jump to 105 on platform 1.
That's 2 even 7.5 kilo jumps for Beth.
Bars loaded for Jennifer.
And Jennifer also making a 7.5 kilo jump from her first to her second.
What would be some of the reasons why people would or would not use knee sleeves? I guess because that'd be the more of the exception. And also, for example, and I'll use myself as the example, I only recently started using the belt again for deadlifts. I chose not to for quite a long time. So why would people choose to not use the equipment?
It could be a comfort level. Some people will say that their feet go numb when they wear the knee sleeves. Could be just having difficulty getting them on and rather save the energy. I didn't use any sleeves for years and years and years, and now I wouldn't do without them. I put them on when I start to walk around the gym. Good lift on 2.
Both lifts were successful on 1 and 2. We have Sarah coming up on 1 at 107.5, and we have Kim on platform 2 at 137.5. I just decided recently to put the belt back on because I felt like I now have learned how to wedge in a way that I can get a benefit out of the belt. And I agree with you on the knee sleeves. I would not squat without a knee sleeve.
Yeah, I do a fair amount of training early on in my blocks with no belt for squats or deadlifts. A little too heavy for Sarah on 1.
Kim's attempting her second here. I think it was a depth issue.
Exactly.
Got to get nice and
Looks
deep.
like a little deeper on that one for sure. Let's see.
Yeah,
And
she got it.
2-1. She's in the contest.
Good for her. Crystal on platform 1 with her third attempt at 115, and we have Heather with her second coming up at 142.5. Yeah, I don't typically put the sleeves on until I've done my warm-ups and my first 2 or 3 workup sets.
I put them on right away.
Okay. And whereas the belt, same thing. I won't put it on until probably I'm done my warm-ups.
Yeah, with the belt, even when
Yeah.
I'm wearing it, that's what I'll do for sure.
Yep.
Yeah. But I assume the next 4 weeks I will not use the belt. I use the belt always in the bench, which is funny.
Yeah, and I've never used a belt bench other than equipped. I use it for the equipped, obviously, but
right.
It seems to be personal preference. Some people get more out of it than others. Come on, Crystal. Come on, Crystal.
A good fight for Crystal.
That
She's got a little bent
she's happy.
over,
She's got a smile. She thinks she's got it.
Yeah,
and she does. 2-1. Good for her.
Heather on 2. Looks good.
Looks to be good. Yes.
3 white lights.
Yeah. Good fight by Heather on 1 there. All right. Trish Markowski is up on platform 1. She'll be attempting 115, a 2.5 kilo jump. And on platform 2, we have Barbara Ann taking a 10 kilo jump to 155 for her second.
Yeah, so sometimes here where you get the bigger weights, you might see a 10 kilo jump here. I think you may actually see it might be the standard for 10 or maybe even 12 in some of these. Trish got a fight. A little too much.
She was almost there.
Yeah.
It was close. Good fight by Trish. And we have Nicole coming up on platform 1 with 120 kilos for her final attempt. There, that's Barbara definitely sunk that one.
Yes.
Good lift for her. And Christine on platform 2 at 137.5. We are moving right along. We are into third attempts on platform 1, second attempts on platform 2. We won't be talking about the standings just yet, obviously, as we get more into the second and third bench press attempts. Then we'll start to see things shake out a little bit as to where placements are for each of the lifters.
And on 1, Nicole took a small jump, and again, just looking to put kilos on the board.
And probably a good decision.
Yep. Possibly another 2.5, but then you lose the 2.5 if you don't make it.
That's correct.
So 157 now.
So talk a little bit about building that total. When you're in a 3-lift event competition like this and you have 9 attempts, it's not about the individual attempts so much as about figuring out how to get that total.
Exactly, and I will generally argue that a 9 for 9 day will always put you in a better position than even an 8 for 9. It just sets you up. You don't lose any kilos in regards to an attempt where even if you jump 2.5, you do that 3 times, 7.5 kilos gone off your total if you do it in each lift. So that's significant when it comes down to close races. So everyone is trying to obviously stay 9 for 9 would be the ideal situation.
We have Nicole here attempting her second again at 162.5. Kimberly appears to be good at 122.5.
Yeah,
I think that was a good decision. It was. And Nicole's going to attempt this again at 162.5. It was a depth issue on the first one. Again, it's going to be close. Hard to say from the front.
Yep.
Oh, she got it this time. Good, 2-1. Good for her. So building the total, one of the things that I was taught was you can't build a total with numbers you don't get.
Exactly.
You have to take the numbers that are there on the day.
Yeah, and often sometimes we'll be contemplating, well, do I jump 7.5 or do I jump 5? Knowing you'd get the 5, and often that's the safe bet. Because again, now if we're talking 5 kilos per lift, now we're talking 15. Now we're in a real different scenario.
Exactly. Rebecca on platform 1 with her third and final attempt at 125. Tracy coming up on platform 2 with 165. Rebecca is grinding it out. It appears to be a good lift. We'll see if the depth was
perfect.
And it was
call,
good.
She made 10 kilo
happy.
jumps on each.
Tracy with 165 on platform 2 for her second. Kyla is coming up with her third at 132.5.
Listen, Carla got called on depth on
She
her
did.
second. We thought here was quite close. And again, she's taken a little jump because I'm sure she's confident with the amount
The
of weight.
strength, yes.
But
Yep.
if you jump, let's say, to 135 or 137, you don't make it, you're stuck with 125.
That's correct.
So this is a good scenario of you know, trying to ensure you make lifts.
Yep, 2.5 kilo jump despite the missed second. But again, the strength was there. The depth needs to be corrected.
I got Susan coming up on two, Mr. Opener, and now looks like a good call for Carla. Perfect.
I do think that's a good call on her part. Yep. Part of her and her coach. Yep. 2-1. She's good. John is attempting 165 for her second.
And she missed her opener, and again elected to go up 5, so she must feel fairly confident with the weight. Again, she's going to want to put one on the board.
So she'll want to sink this one. Again, it was a depth issue.
She was really strong.
Yep. Maria on platform 1, getting ready to attempt 142.5 for her third.
Let's go down, 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 down. And up.
Oh yeah, lots of strength there.
And that should be okay.
And that should be a good lift. 3 white lights. She's going to be happy with the...
Oh, Maria
was very close.
Yeah, about 3/4 of the way, and that's where she's stuck, fortunately.
All right, we have Emmanuel on platform 1 going up 5 kilos for her final attempt at 145. Lily is also going up 5 kilos on platform 2 for her second at 170 kilos.
Listen, this is probably a case where Lily thought her opener felt a little harder than what she would have liked.
Making a smaller second jump.
And again, that's again to make sure you make your lifts, try to keep that 3-for-3 streak going in the squats. It looks like it's a good call if she can push it through. Yes.
Yeah.
Let's see what the referees say. 3 white lights.
So good call not to go any higher.
Yes, for sure. And I think if I'm coaching her, I might save some energy and not come out for a third, but let's see.
Sure.
Stranger things have happened in a powerlifting meet.
Maria will be coming up at 182.5 for a second attempt on platform 2 here in a moment. We'll watch Emmanuel at 145 on platform 1. First 2 have moved very well.
And looks good as well.
Very good.
She'll be happy with that.
Bit of a grind, but it looked good. And it is. And she's happy with that one.
And we got Maria opening her opening attempt at 400, and she missed on depth, and now going for that again.
Jennifer coming up on platform 1 with her third and final attempt at 147.5. Maria.
Looks like she definitely squat deeper on that one.
Did look deeper.
Ooh, and again.
Still 2 reds. So she's going to have to sort that out for her third and final attempt.
Possibly her coach may question that one.
Yep.
Yeah, it looks close.
Jennifer with a nice third attempt. That's
good sleeveless attempt.
Yes. Good sleeveless attempt. That appears to be a good third, and it is. We've got Jenny Howe with 115. She'll be attempting that for a second time on platform 2. And Donna. So we will be switching on platform 1. We have finished squats on platform 1, both flights. We'll take a 10-minute break on platform 1, and then we will start the bench. We will finish up our deadlifts on platform 2 here. We have one last round. We are starting third attempts on platform 2 with Jenny at 115. And she missed her second on depth. So hopefully she can get this. She does have an opener in, so she's good for the meet.
And her second looks strong, just a little deeper.
Yep. Again, I think that's going to be close. It's hard to say from
a little better than the last one. Let's see. And good.
2-1. There you go. So she's got her third. And Eileen will be coming up attempting 125. Eileen needs to make this attempt to stay in the meet. She has missed twice at 125.
And it's not a strength issue, just a depth issue.
Exactly.
And of course, we don't want to see anyone bombing out of the meet by not making one of the lifts here.
No.
So let's hope she can get this.
Yes.
Stay alive.
The crowd is behind her. They want to see her make a successful lift here on her third attempt. Nice and deep.
Definitely has the depth this time.
Yeah, I definitely think she's got that one. And she's in the meet. She's happy.
Yeah,
Probably relieved as much as happy.
Yeah, and I could tell you from experience, it's happened to me a few times where I've made my third attempt to stay in the contest, and it feels like a PB at the time. Believe me, you might not be happy when you think about it after the fact, but
at the time,
you're just happy to be still alive and have an opportunity to move forward.
All right, Jillian with her third and final attempt at 140. She's making a 7.5 kilo jump again for her third. If I remember correctly, both of these have moved up and down pretty comfortably.
Yes.
So this is probably pushing her limits a little bit, and that's a good thing on the third.
Jillian's an East Coast lifter. I've seen her lift in a number of meets. She always comes for a fight.
Grinds it out. Depth could be potentially an issue.
Let's
we'll have to,
see.
nope, good for her. 3 whites, that's a good lift. Good for her. We'll get a better view of the depth on the side. Oh, yeah, it's better on the side than on the front.
Yeah, she got a big tuck in her elbows, and it kind of hides it a little bit or makes it look a little higher, but yeah, that's definitely a good squat.
All right, Jennifer is up 142.5 kilos for her final attempt. 7.5 kilo jump. She's been good on her first two.
Jen's got 142.5 kilograms for her third attempt.
Let's go, Jen.
We are working our way through our 76 and 84 plus kilo lifters on platform 2.
It's a very strong third.
It's a pretty strong third attempt. And 3 wide lights for Jen. Heather coming up with 147.5 kilos for her final attempt on platform 2. We're going to thank some of our sponsors as we take a second here. Visit Moose Jaw, the tourism arm of the city of Moose Jaw, Inner Strength Products, SAS Lotteries, and SPD Apparel Canada. Thanks to all of our major sponsors to make this event possible.
And thanks to the spotters and loaders who are doing an incredible job out there keeping the meet moving really fast.
The meet is moving very quickly. We have a very good set of spotters and loaders on both platforms that have just kept things humming along. Heather Anderson with 147.5 for her third and final squat attempt.
A little too much today.
Yep, just a bit much. Kim Johnston with her third. She is going to be making a 10 kilo jump after having missed her first and making her second. Probably that was not planned, but probably the 147.5 was planned at some point.
Yes, I would think sometimes when you do miss an opener and you retake it, you kind of split the difference between what you wanted and what you were going to take on your second. It would be generally what I would look at for a solution, I guess. And because if you jump too big, then you might not have any potential. Then you end up with what was essentially your opener.
An opener number, yes. Yeah. So a 10 kilo jump for Kim. It was a depth issue on the first attempt. So we'll see how she does on this final third squat. It's going to be close again, I think.
Good fight.
Good fight to get it, but I think it's good. Oh,
yes,
she got it. 2-1. Good lift for Kim. So probably a good call. That probably was a third that was planned at some point.
Yeah.
Christine is up. She'll be attempting 165.
She's 2 for 2 so far, and taking 7.5 kilo jump.
This is
Light A, platform 1, you have just over 1 minute to change your opener to a bench press. Just over 1 minute to change your openers. Light A, platform 1.
nice and deep.
Nice strong squat.
Yeah, very strong squat.
She looks happy.
And 3 wide lights. Barbara Ann will be attempting her third here. She's taking another 10 kilo jump to 165. She made a 10 kilo jump from her first to her second. If I remember correctly, these have been very solid.
Yes, been no issues here at
No
all.
issues at all, no. So 165 for her third.
She's riling up the crowd a little bit. She has a lot of supporters here.
Oh, good fight in the middle.
Definitely a good call.
Yep.
And I think that should be okay.
And
Yeah.
a good
Blue
lift,
headlights.
good fight, and a good call by the coaches.
We've got Lily coming up, followed by Tracy.
Successful
and
third attempt. We have Lily coming up. She's adding 2.5 kilos to her second attempt by going up to 172.5.
Bars loaded for Lily.
Yes, and I think the 76 is going to be a tight battle in the end. And again, this might be just to get that extra 2.5 kilos. Could be the difference in winning and losing today.
Yep. Any extra kilos you can add on, and as you pointed out, when you're building a total, 175 might be too much, and then you're stuck at 170. Add the 2.5 and move on.
Oh, but it looks like maybe she's not going
Or
to. So she probably put that in for a placeholder for her fellow competitors to have an extra minute.
So she might be timing out. That's what it looks like.
And maybe she hit the 170 and thought that was, and I think actually that was the lady I mentioned that maybe she should.
Oh, that is the person you mentioned.
Yeah.
Maybe 170 was enough.
So I think that's a good call by the coach to
sure.
save some energy in for the deadlift, because coming out and if you miss a squat, it actually can affect your body negatively.
And what's interesting is our next three lifters all are going to attempt 172.5.
Ah, excellent.
So they're all in the same ballpark. We're going to have a very good fight in the 84 plus category as well. We have three lifters coming up at 172.5, and then we'll have our final squat attempt by Maria at the end of this round. We have four lifters left. Tracy's up next with 172.5 kilos for her third and final attempt.
Jen, Nicole, and Maria. Bars loaded for Tracy. Third attempt here for Tracy at 172.
Tracy has been good on her first two.
Yes, and Tracy is in the 76 kilo class.
Mm-hmm.
And among the bigger squatters in the flight.
Definitely. Good fight by Tracy.
She keeps her head up. I think she
you got to keep your head up. There you go.
It's tough, but I think it should be okay.
And she's got it. 3 whites.
That was a battle.
We've got Jen coming up, followed by Nicole with Maria rounding us out.
I think there was 3 different stages of that, but
there was.
She come through.
Sujan is attempting 172.5 as well for her third and final squat.
Bars loaded for Jen. Her third attempt here, 172.5 kilograms.
And again, I think this looks like maybe a split in the difference because of missing her opener.
Mm-hmm.
She went up a little on her second and making a little bigger jump on her third.
All right, Donna, bars loaded. Let's get the bench press started here. 40 kilos on the bar.
And we are back on platform 1 now with our bench press about to begin. Flight A. Sujan on platform 2 with a squat at 172.5.
A pretty strong squat. Let's see
appears
what the
to be a
referee
good
says.
third attempt. It is 2-1. And Donna is about to attempt her opener. She is our only 47 kilo M1 lifter. She's attempting 40 kilos on platform 1. We have 2 lifters left on platform 2 to finish their third squats. Nicole will be attempting 172.5 as well. And Donna, I believe, with a successful opener for her bench on platform 1. Melissa's coming up on platform 1. She'll be attempting 55 for her opener. Meanwhile, Nicole is getting set up for her final squat.
Bars loaded for Melissa, 55 kg.
think that's going to be right there for depth, one way or the other.
Yeah.
And she's
2
got
to
it.
1.
Good lift, 2-1.
And we have Maria. Now, Maria has elected, even though she has missed her first 2 squats, or maybe she's getting a
She's got
reattempt.
one good one in.
Oh, she
Nope.
got it. Okay, I
Yeah.
thought they
Yep.
called it. Okay.
She's got one. Oh no, you're right. She has not made a good lift. She's got 2 reds.
Although shows maybe they overturned it. I think originally they called it no lift, but it looks like they did overturn it.
Oh, okay. All right. So it is. She has one in.
Yeah.
So she's good. That's probably the reason she's taking the 10-kilo jump then.
Yes. Now it makes sense.
I'm not sure I wouldn't be doing that with 2.
Yeah.
2
Originally the
misses,
call
yeah.
was 2 reds,
And now
and
she's got. Yep.
we both thought it was pretty close, and I
Mm-hmm.
guess her coach must have questioned it, and
Jury overturned it.
all good.
Yep.
So everyone's in the contest.
And she gets a chance here to add 10 kilos to her total. Natalie was good on 1 with her bench. Maria, the strength is there. It's whether or not we see the depth. And it's good.
3-way lights.
Oh, she's happy. She's relieved and happy.
Yes. So there'll be a 10-minute break on 2.
We're going to have a 10-minute break, and then we'll start our bench press.
So platform 2, flights A and B are finished. They'll take a 10-minute break. We'll come back with bench on platform 2 in 10 minutes. We'll focus on platform 1. Julie is up with her opener at 57.5 kilos.
Looks like a good opener.
Melissa's up next at 60 kilos. These are our 63-kilo lifters. We have one 57-kilo lifter and one 47-kilo lifter, but the rest of this flight are all 63-kilo M1 lifters. We just saw the spotter bring in a couple of platforms. Do you want to explain why people would need those?
Yeah, just you might not have as much flexibility in your hips and don't feel solid footing with the platform, and so you bring the blocks in to kind of lift, so you can lift your feet up a little bit and feel like you got good stability.
All right, Melissa here with her opener. A little bit of a grind for an opener, but I think it should be okay. And it's good.
Yep.
Amanda's up with 62.5 for her opener. Basically body weight for her opening bench press.
Okay, so it looks like we got almost everybody will be benching their body weight or more once we get past the first.
That's right. That's excellent for the group. Amanda choosing to take no handoff. And
very good opener.
Very quick open down for her. Tiffany's up also at 62.5 kilos.
And again, she's 62.5, which is a little less than her weight class of 63, but she weighed in less than less than the weight limit, and this is over body weight bench press on our opener. So some very good benching here by all the ladies. Good smooth
Solid opener, yep. And we're moving on to Virginia. Now Virginia's going up to 75 kilos for her opener. 165 pounds, if I remember correctly.
Yes. And again, using the foot blocks.
And using the foot blocks as well.
Looks like she's taking a fairly narrow grip. Oh, that was a hard opener.
Yeah, initially it looked like it was going to go move very quickly and go back up, but she just got stuck in the middle.
Yeah, sometimes too with that close grip, but you do get that really good explosion off the chest. Hopefully she can speed it up coming from off her chest the next attempt and be able to muscle it through.
Yeah, transfer to the triceps.
We got Mo coming up now, 75 on 1 as well.
We are just getting down to the bottom of the first round of attempts here. 75 kilos from Moreo. A little hitch there, we'll have to see.
I think she beat the command.
Oh, is that what it was? Maybe that's why she paused.
Yeah, and she
so mentally then you catch yourself.
Exactly, yeah. That's exactly what happened there.
Yeah.
You'll see it here.
It was too easy.
Yeah, and that's when she heard the press. She knew she was she beat the command.
So that should be easy to fix.
Yeah, she should come back and make that on her next one.
Michelle with our final first attempt of bench press for this group in Flight A, 77.5 kilos. The last bench press in round 1. Little bobble in the middle, but should be a good lift.
Looks good, yes.
Yep. And 3 whites for her. We are back to the top of the order. Second attempts on bench press. Our 57-kilo lifter will be attempting 60 kilos, slightly over her body weight for her second. This is our only 57-kilo M1 lifter.
Platform 2, Flight A, just over 1 minute for attempt changes. So get those in.
So it's very important just to make sure you secure 1 lift of each to make sure you have a total, because even if you're the only person in the weight class, if you miss any particular lift for all 3, you get 0.
Yeah, I continue to tell people when they mention, especially if you're a master's lifter, they say, well, who else were you competing against? And sometimes it's not going to be anyone but yourself. But there are 2 things that still have to happen. You have to hit a national qualifying total to get here, and then you have to make sure you hit at least one of each of the 3 attempts, or 3 lifts, excuse me. So there are criteria here that means you are doing something beyond what most people are doing.
Exactly.
Julie here with her second attempt at 60 kilos. It appears Donna has chosen not to do a second bench press. So we'll have to see what's going on there. Maybe we can find something out. Our 47-kilo lifter has chosen not to go with a second bench. Julie here with a grind, but I think she's got a good lift. She does. Yep. And we have Natalie up with 62.5 kilos. Now that may be simply to save energy for the deadlifts.
Again, exactly, or she might have, the opener may have been harder than what she expected.
Right? And she is the only 47-kilo lifter.
So she just needs to make sure she has an attempt on the board of each. And she will be crowned national champion.
Natalie here with 62.5 kilos. Solid up and down. 3 white lights. And Melissa also is 62.5 kilos. For her second, excuse me. She was successful at 60. You will see the smaller jumps with the women, the smaller weight categories for the women in terms of the bench presses in particular.
Yeah, because the percentage of this it's all relative.
Nope, not quite. It was probably a good choice to go 62.5.
Yeah, she struggled a little on her first as well, but she is in the meet.
She'll get.
And again, I'm not sure if she'll come out for a third and probably just save her energy, but let's see what she does.
Tiffany going up 2.5 kilos to 65 for her second. Tiffany is one of our Saskatchewan lifters out of Bridge City Barbell.
Yes, when we're looking at relativity, this is a 4% increase.
Yeah. Good second attempt for Tiffany.
Looks good, really strong.
Amanda's up at 67.5. That's a 5 kilo jump, which is significant at this weight class.
Yeah, for sure. I can do the calculation here quick, but it's probably equivalent to a 7 or 8%.
I was going to say 8%, probably close to that. Yep.
Yeah, 8%. So it's significant. Let's replace. I'm not sure what's happening. Did they point out she wasn't covering the mark, maybe? She still has time.
Yep, she's got time. Was it the feet maybe that weren't planted?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Let's see what happens here. She's down to 14 seconds.
Bars loaded here, platform 2 for Pamela, starting us off with
So ready.
Get your feet. There we go. There we go. I think it was the feet were a little bit up. That throws you off sometimes, doesn't it?
Yeah. If you have to replace it, it's really unnerving. You start to adjust things, and you may feel uncomfortable with the adjustment.
And I do think that comes with experience, too. Experienced lifters tend to be able to ride through those kinds of things.
Exactly.
And if you're at your first nationals or you haven't done a lot of meets, it can be really unnerving. We have Virginia on platform 1 attempting 75 for the second time. We have our opening lifter, our opening bench press on platform 2, Pam Scott, opening at 40 kilos in the 76 kilo class. I believe we're going to get a 60. Yeah, we are, yes. And Virginia is attempting 75 for the second time. Virginia struggled with her first. Yeah. We're not quite sure what happened there. She does need to get a lift in here on bench press. So she'll be attempting 75 kilos again.
She has a little narrower grip. Generally, strong triceps is why you would elect to go a little narrower.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and this one she jumped the command. Yeah, I think she's in a bit of trouble, and I think that's probably why she even did that.
What happens, I know that when I've jumped the command in the past is not because of a lack of strength, but because I'm worried if I have to stay down there too long, I won't be able to move the bar.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
All right, we have Moreo up at 75 for her second attempt.
And now she just missed.
That was a jump. She jumped the command.
Press command on the chest.
Had lots of strength, but jumped the command. And we have Hannah on platform 2, 60 kilos for her opener. Our first 2 openers on platform 2 were successful. And there we go.
Very good for Mo.
Yep. Successful second attempt. She's good. Again, just cleaning up the jitters of jumping the command.
Exactly.
Hannah with a very quick opener.
Yes, that looked very strong. Carmela coming up next on 2 with 62.5.
And Michelle on platform 1 with 82.5 kilos for a 63 kilo lifter. It's a pretty sizable bench press.
We've got Carmela coming up. Bars loaded here for Carmela.
She is our last bench presser in this flight. Second round of attempts. And then we will go back up to the top of the order for the third round. 5 kilo jump for her. Carmela with her opener on platform 2.
Attempt here, 62.5 kilograms.
Very quick.
Carmela's strong for sure.
And Michelle's a little bit of struggle at the top, but I think that's going to be a good lift.
Should be good.
It is.
3 white lights.
Yep. And we move on to Vicky on platform 2, 65 kilos for her opener. Melissa on platform 1, starting her third attempt. So Donna has chosen not to go in for attempts number 2 and 3. She's our only 47 kilo lifter. And Melissa will be attempting 62.5 kilos for her third and final attempt. If I remember correctly, 60 was a bit of a grind. So this is probably a very good choice. Vicky good on 2, and Melissa just
a little
not
too heavy.
yeah,
on
just a little bit too heavy on platform 1.
Starting with the same weight, followed by Julie and Natalie.
We now have the other Melissa Braitman,
65
62 and a half, her second time attempting this, her third attempt
Melissa Braitman.
in the bench press. And we have Erin on platform 2 opening with 65 kilos.
Yes, too heavy for
too heavy today.
Melissa on 1.
Yep. And Erin has been asked to re-rack. We're not quite sure why. Here we go again. She's now been given the start command. And up and down
Very
quickly. There must have been something with maybe the lockout before the start.
Yeah, it could have been maybe a slight bend rail. It's really hard for us to tell at this vantage point. We only see the front view.
Jessie Warren on platform 2 opening at 65 kilos, and Julie on platform 1 finishing up with 62 and a half kilos for her third attempt.
While we're waiting here for Julie, I encourage you all to check out Supplement World. At their booth over there, they're doing
Jesse's look good on 2, sir.
Good opener.
Ooh.
A depth issue.
No, I think that's butt maybe.
Oh,
generally speaking, when you see 2 from the side judges, it's a butt coming off the bench.
Followed by Morgan and Carol.
And of course, your head and butt have to stay in contact with the bench at all times. Your feet have to be flat on the floor.
Shoulders, head, and butt, backside, right?
Yes, exactly.
All right. It appears Julie might have timed out. Maybe not. We're not quite sure what's going on. Or there was maybe a delay, and now she's coming out.
Oh, no, they just put up the lights.
So she did timeout?
Timeout, yes.
All right, so Natalie's up
65.
with a 2.5 kilo increment. 65 for her third and final on platform 1. Morgan on platform 2 at 75 kilos for her opener. So again, that might be because they felt they want to save energy for the deadlifts for a little bit later.
Yeah, and of course, when you have a hard second bench, you can come out, your back could cramp or anything if you have to push hard and you may not make the lift. And this way, you just sometimes you're giving up 2.5 that may get you 5 to 7 on the back end in the deadlift.
Yes,
yeah.
I can tell you from personal experience. I've stopped arching because I would cramp and then they would really affect my deadlift. So I have a very slight arch now when I bench press. I just was too much.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, Amanda on platform 1.
Morgan was good on 2.
Morgan was good on 2. Amanda on 1 at 67.5. This is a second attempt at that. It's her third attempt overall. And Carol Vachon with an 82.5 opener, basically body weight for her opener on platform 2.
Yes, exactly.
Just slightly under her body weight.
Yeah.
5 kilograms for Carol here in her first attempt, followed by Sandy.
A little too heavy.
A little too much. Amanda does have 1 in, so she's good to go.
Very strong
Carol
for
with
Carol
a
on
very
2.
quick opener.
Ooh,
And
again, we might have that butt issue. Yeah.
We'll have to see maybe if we get a side replay here, whether or not that was the case. Tiffany is going to go for 67.5 kilos on platform 1 for her third and final attempt. And Sandy is opening on platform 2 with 85 kilos. She is our last bench presser in the first round on platform 2.
And Tiffany's made her first 2 on 1 and looking to just up with 2.5 kilos on her third. Just a little too much today.
Sandy, very quick opener. And we have completed the first round of bench presses on platform 2.
Starting off our
Going back up
senior
to the top of the
attempts, we've
order
got Krista
will be Krista Sandy at 57.5 kilos. And we have Virginia on platform 1 attempting 75 for the third time. She needs to make this.
So
And the
Carol,
first one was a
Carol,
strength issue,
her
but the second one
first
was she jumped the
attempt
command.
is now a
So we'll
successful
have to see what
attempt
happens here on the
for
third one.
deadlift.
Hopefully she can get
No
this
more
in.
changes, flight B.
Bars loaded here for Krista.
So let's hope she can
Come
come
on,
back
Yep.
and recover
Yep.
from this.
The crowd is behind her. They want to see her make this.
Guys, let's let her hear it. Give
There's
her
no
our
one who
energy.
knows powerlifting wants anyone to be
No.
bombing.
There we go.
Let's hope
There
everything
might
else
have been a
isn't-
little bobble on the butt lift.
Oh, good
but
lift. She's still alive.
she got it. Good for her.
Good for her.
When I thought maybe the butt came up a little bit, but not enough to get.
Here on platform 2.
Good job, crowd. Way to go.
Now the butt can slide around. It just can't come up.
Yes,
Okay.
and even on one side, I've certainly completed benches where one side may have been off the bench, but
Sure,
the other
the
side
other has
was
not
intact.
come up. Right.
I've certainly had enough to. Both sides have been up too as well.
me,
But
myself as well. But I think when one side comes up, it's usually due to if you're twisting to try and complete the lift.
yeah, exactly.
And
You-
that's
you-
okay as long as part of your backside stays on the bench.
Exactly, might be off balance a little bit.
Sure.
Yeah, and 62.5 on for a second for Hannah. That's
Yeah,
good.
Good. We have Morel with her third and final attempt at 77.5, having made her second successfully. And we have Jessie coming up on platform 2 with 65 kilos. That will be her second attempt at that, having missed her first. So good for Virginia. She's still in the contest. It seemed to be that the strength was there, certainly on the second one, and then on the third one, she just had to fight through it. I think confidence is an issue, and now I think she'll go into her deadlifts with a lot more confidence. We might be. Oh, we have another timeout. We have another lifter timing out on platform 1. There's some jockeying going on here, saving energy for deadlifts, definitely.
Now Jessie needs this one. Let's see.
And
Yes,
she gets
it's
it 2-1.
And again, I think one may have seen her butt come up, and the other judge didn't on the side.
Record attempt at 87.
Michelle on platform 1, 87.5 kilos.
Bars loaded.
Very big bench press for a 63 kilo M1 lifter. And we have Vicky on platform 2 attempting 67.5. This is a 5 kilo jump for Michelle. And she is our last lifter in this flight. This is her third attempt. And then we will move on to flight B on platform 1.
Yes, and we'll be taking a 10-minute break on
Yep.
platform 1.
Vicky with what looks like a good second attempt, yes, on
Very
platform
strong.
2. And Michelle on platform 1 about to make her third attempt. We'll take the 10-minute break right after that, and we'll focus on platform 2.
Bars loaded for Carmela.
A little
Just
too
a
much
bit
for
much.
today.
Just a bit
I
much.
think 2.5 would have been the
I think so too.
safer call there, but
She's already probably in front on at least on the bench press, so she's got a good total coming out of the bench press. Platform 2, Carmela with 67.5 kilos, and we are back into flight B on platform 1. Beth will be opening for us. Her first attempt will be 47.5 kilos. Carmela with a quick up and down second attempt. 2-1. That again might have been a butt lift issue.
yeah, and that was a 5 kilo jump. Yeah, and I mean sometimes when you see one yellow could be just a foot movement or a foot
Okay.
because from this vantage point it looks like your butt stayed on the bench,
Yep.
but we're looking at it from a very steep angle, and we're not certainly looking across where
No,
see
we don't have
daylight.
that. We certainly don't have the advantage the refs do. Aaron Smith with their second on platform 2, 65 now up to 70 kilos for her second. Beth with a solid opener, and she is on the board. And Aaron with her second, and a solid second attempt by Aaron, and she is successful. Crystal on platform 1 with her opener at 55 kilos. Amber Ament with 72.5 kilos on platform 2. We are just about through our second round of bench attempts on platform 2, flight A. And we have just started our flight B bench press attempts on platform 1.
Yeah, just 2 lifters in. And Amherst looks good on 2.
That's a good lift.
3 wet legs. Crystals looks very strong on 1.
We'll just give a shout out to all the volunteers. Of course, we've mentioned our loaders and spotters. The amount of work that they do is tremendous. They're very quick. They're very efficient. They take care of the lifters. They keep them safe. We have all of the volunteers at this event, whether it's people in the back at registration, the people providing the food, the people in the back providing the TC, and then we also have all of our referees, all of our jury individuals. We have numerous people. I think someone told me we have 200 people volunteering over the course of the 9 days.
Yes, and on behalf of the CPU, thank you to all our volunteers who make an event like this happen.
Rebecca on platform 1 with her opener.
Looks very good.
Looks good. And Morgan with her second at 80 kilos. And that appears to be a good lift as well.
Yes, 3 wet legs.
All right. Trish Markowski with her opener on platform 1, 57.5 kilos. Carol is going to be retaking. Carol Vachon is going to be retaking her opener. Or sorry, excuse me. She was good on her opener. She's going to be jumping up 5 kilos to 87.5 kilos for her second.
Now, was Carol called on that initially, and maybe it was overturned, or?
No, I think it was 2 to 1.
2 to 1.
It was 2 to 1.
A good lift. Okay.
Yeah, it was a good lift, 2 to 1. And I think what happened was she slid around, but she didn't lift completely.
Right.
So there was a little bit of twisting going on, but she didn't completely lift. That looks solid.
That looks really good on her second.
Yep. And a good lift.
No
Kyla
5 kilo jump.
is opening at 57.5 kilos on platform 1.
And Sandy on 2, electing 5 kilo jump to 90 kilos.
Applause loaded for Sandy, 90 kilograms here, rounding out our second attempts.
Big fan group here for Kyla from Winnipeg.
Yes, I'm really impressed. The Winnipeg Manitoba group comes out to support their athletes every single event. It's good to see.
Sandy with a very solid second. Kyla with her opener. Very solid.
Very easy. Way an opener should look.
Both successful lifts. Sarah will open at 60 kilos on platform 1 coming up, and Krista with her third and final attempt on platform 2 at 60 kilos as well. And Krista was successful on her first 2. She's chosen to take another 2.5 kilo jump.
First of our third attempts here at 60 kilograms.
Starting the third round of attempts on platform 2, working our way through the first round on platform 1 on flight B. Sarah with
60 kilo opener. Looks good.
A good opener.
A little too much for
Krista.
Krista, is it?
Yep, a little too much for Krista. Probably 2.5 was a good choice. Platform 1, Nicole Hart, 62.5 kilos. Hannah Gray on platform 2, bumping up to 65 kilos for her third and final attempt.
So Hannah is stuck with this 2.5 kilo increase.
Yep.
Third attempt here at 65 kilograms.
I believe Hannah is 5 for 5 on the day as of now. She is.
Yes.
Yeah, she's having a good day. We'll see if she can make it 6 for 6. No, that sticking point right in the middle. Not quite there. Nicole with a good opener.
She looked very strong. So we got Vicky Lees coming up on 2 with 70 kilos.
And Kimberly on platform 1 with 67.5 kilos.
Now the bar's loaded for 50. 70
Bars loaded
kilograms.
for skip.
she's grinding it out. Good
Yeah.
for Vicky, boy.
It moves steady, but slow.
It kept
but
moving.
That's usually what wins the race.
And a good lift. Good for her.
Jesse coming up next, followed by
All right,
Jennifer.
we're waiting on Kimberly here with her opener.
Bars
Good,
loaded for
solid
good
opener
opener.
for her.
70 kilograms.
And Jesse will be up next on platform 2, attempting 70 kilos. A 5-kilo jump after having missed her first.
Yeah, and again, this may be what she was going to attempt anyway.
Maria on platform 1 with 70 for her opener, just over her body weight. And
A little too heavy for
just
Jesse.
a bit
on
much for
2.
Jesse.
And not quite on that third attempt. Well done.
Aaron Smith up next on platform 2, 72.5 kilos, a 2.5-kilo jump. Maria about to take her first attempt.
72.5 kilograms.
A good opener from Maria.
Lifters
So again, we're moving right along. The loaders and squatters are
openers are quite the
keeping us moving along briskly here. We are finishing up our first attempts on platform 1, and we are on the last 3 or 4 attempts, third attempts on platform 2 for flight A. Erin looks like she has a good third lift. She
Very
does.
good third, yes.
And Jennifer's going to be opening at 80 kilos on platform 1.
Your flight B on platform 2. Their bar is loaded, Carmela.
Carmela now on 2, 72.5 kilos.
Left to change openers.
Jennifer with a good opener.
Looked very easy.
And our last lifter on platform 1 is Emmanuel. She will be opening at 90 kilos for a 69-kilo lifter. Carmela on 2.
A little too much.
A little bit too much.
Yeah, the 5-kilo jump from second and third is something to be dealing with, yes.
Amber's coming up next, followed by Morgan, Carol, and Sandy.
And Emmanuel is quite a good bencher.
Change openers.
I'm pretty certain some gold medals at the world level.
Okay.
And I think she is the national record holder in the bench press.
Bars loaded for Amber.
Amber Mint on platform 2 is 75 kilos, 2.5-kilo jump, which might be, the right choice here. We'll have to see. If I remember correctly, her first 2 moved pretty well. And, yeah.
A good choice.
Good choice. Appears to be a good lift. It is. And Emmanuel with a very strong opener. Back up to the second attempts, on platform 1. 50 kilos for Beth.
And Morgan on 2 with 82.5 for her third.
Morgan here at 82.5 kilograms for her third attempt.
Good fight by Morgan.
Yeah, if everything...
And a good lift.
3 lights. Very good attempt choice.
Carol's coming up next, followed by Sandy.
And Beth electing to go 2.5 kilos from 47 to 50. And looks very strong.
Yep.
Bars loaded for Carol. Carol's third attempt here at 90 kilograms.
And Carol now on 2 with 2.5-kilo jump up to 90 kilos. This is about 200 pounds.
Just going to take a look here and see where we are with our standings. Give people a little update here. See if I can get some. I think what I'm going to do is. So on platform 2, I'll let you handle the play-by-play for just a moment here.
That's a good lift for Carol. She's 3 for 3 in the bench. We got Crystal on 1 now with an attempt of 60 kilos up from 55.
Our 76-kilo lifters. We have probably going to be a close battle for first place. Only 15 kilos separate them at this point.
Good lift for Crystal on 1.
And in our 84-kilo lifters, we have
and we got Sandy.
probably a very good battle for second and third.
Good, good. And Sandy on 2 with 92.5 kilos. And looks like that's a good lift as well.
That is a good lift
3
for
whites.
Sandy.
Rebecca
Here at
Moorhead
platform
on
2 is
1
our
with
flight
60 kilos.
B, our first attempt bench press. Jenny, Kim, and Tracy starting us out.
And that looks like a good lift for a second. And on platform 2, we have Jenny Howe coming out for her opener.
Followed by Kyla and then Sarah. Bars loaded
Starting
for
flight B.
Jenny's opening attempt here, 60 kilograms.
There's 60 on both
Followed by
platforms.
Kim and Tracy and Jennifer.
Trish
Yeah.
on her second attempt and Jenny on her first.
Now, in our 63 kilo class, which was the class that was previous, we do have a good battle for first place. A couple of lifters just 10 kilos apart. And then battle for third, fourth, and fifth. And in our 69 kilo class,
Trish is good on 1.
we have a front runner,
Jenny good on 2.
but we will have a battle for second and third place. So there
Looks-
will be some placement jockeying going on here as we get into deadlifts.
Jenny's coming
It's
up
always
next,
good to
followed
see.
by Tracy and Jennifer.
And it just goes to show the competitiveness of their sport. So we got Kyla Kamar coming out for her second attempt. She's jumped 5 kilos from 57 to 62.5. And we got Kim Johnson with 60 on her opening attempt. Kyla's lift is good. And Kim's as well. Whites across the board. Got Sarah King coming up next on 1 with 62.5 kilos. And Tracy Ayres coming up for her first attempt at 65 kilos on platform 2.
Bars loaded for Tracy.
And Sarah fighting on her second attempt, and it's a good lift. And we got Nicole Hart coming next, up next on 1, jump of 62 to 67.5. And Tracy for her first attempt on 2, and a very easy opener at 65 kilos.
That's a good attempt for Tracy, but we've got Jennifer coming
Next
up
on 2, we got Jennifer Kwan opening up with 67.5 in the 76 kilo class. And 67.5 as well for Nicole Hart for her second attempt in the 69 kilo class on 1.
So as we move into our last bench press on flight B on platform 2, and we're halfway through flight B on platform 1, and we get closer towards the deadlifts, in the 69, the 76, and the 63s, we're going to see some battles based on the current projections.
Yes. A little too much for Nicole on 1. And it was a good lift on 2,
Bars loaded for Heather.
which was Jennifer,
By
I believe.
Jennifer, it was
Yes.
Jennifer, yep.
Followed by
We got Heather Anderson now coming up for her opener, also at 67.5 on 2.
Kimberly on 1, 72.5 kilos. And as we move later into the evening here, our crowd is starting to add up. We are getting more and more people into the building. That's good to see. Heather with her opener,
Looks very good.
and Kimberly with her second.
That's a good lift for Heather.
And 3 white lights on 2.
Eileen coming up, followed by Jillian and CJ.
A little sticky just off the chest, but I think there shouldn't be any downward motion. And 3 white lights.
Good for her. Eileen on 2 with 70 for her opener, and Maria with her second at 77.5 kilos.
And Maria is jumping 7.5 kilos from her first to her second. Her opener was very strong, so I think this should be a good move.
Loaded for Maria.
And Eileen with 70. for her opening attempt. And looks like a good lift on 2.
Yeah.
And yes, 3 white lights.
I believe it's going to be a good lift on 1 for Maria.
Yes.
It is. And one of the things I noticed as we watch our bench pressers is credit to our 2 head spotters who are basically taking almost literally thousands of liftoffs. And I know that you have competed, I think, twice this week. I've competed twice this week already. Just invaluable when those individuals know what they're doing.
Yes, for sure, and good experience. Handoff, it's generally very light for most athletes, and enough to take the weight, but not certainly take the weight out of the lifter's hands. And these guys are doing an excellent job.
Jennifer with a good lift on platform 1, and Jillian
on 2, and that's a very easy opener. And we have a national record coming up on 1, Emmanuel Archambault with 95.5. And as I mentioned, I think this is her own bench press record.
All right, so she will be chipping her own national record of 95 kilos with a half-kilo chip.
We got Suzanne Gill on 2 with 72.5 kilos on her first attempt.
So this is approximately 210, 211 pounds for Emmanuel, for those that need the conversion. Good grind by Emmanuel. That appears to be a good lift, and it is.
And a good lift on 2 for her opener.
Good lift on 2 for Suzanne. Barbara Ann with an opener of 72.5 coming up on platform 2. Beth with her third and final attempt of 55 kilos on platform 1. She's chosen to make a 5-kilo jump after just a 2.5-kilo jump on her first attempt. Sizable jump.
There may have been some nerves maybe when you come out for your opener, and then the second feels much like it should, and you feel confident to take that bigger jump. Let's hope it's a good move. And Barbara Ann, very strong on 2.
Very good opener for Barbara Ann.
And that was an elbow depth call, I believe.
Okay.
That's our new rule here.
Let's take a look
where
at the replay.
Your elbow has to be lower than the center of your shoulder joint. And I could see it maybe on her right side.
On her right
that
side.
Was the case,
on the right side, yeah. Lily on platform 2, opening at 77.5.
A little too much.
Too much for Beth on the day.
Maybe that 5-kilo jump is not easy. Sometimes we're in these these weight groups where you're in the 55 to 60 kilo range.
Rebecca on platform 1 with her third attempt at 62.5 kilos.
So Lily's opener looks good at 77.5 and 3 white lights.
Right.
Rebecca jumping 2.5 kilos.
Nicole coming up with 92.5 kilos on platform 2 for her opener. Rebecca completing her third.
Well, there may have been downward motion. Let's see what the referees say.
We'll have to see. Oh,
yes,
yeah.
all 3 caught it, yes.
Okay.
And so the bar can stop, but it cannot go down. And you'll see here, just
right
a little
there.
drop, and just that slightest
Sure.
of a drop. It has to be a smooth transition. It can be even on. It can be uneven.
Trish with her third on platform 1, 62.5 kilos. Nicole is opening at 92.5 kilos on platform 2. That moved very comfortably.
Very good opener.
That's a good lift for Nicole. Christina Maria rounding out our first attempt here of
And
A little too much for
just a
Trish
bit
on
too much today.
1.
Christine on 2 with 97.5 kilos. Crystal on 1 with her third attempt at 65. Just a shout out to one of our major sponsors in our strength products. All of your powerlifting needs, they are located just across the way from us, across the driveway, probably not more than 15 to 20 meters from our door. They have all of your powerlifting needs. They ship around the world, across Canada, and they are open if you are here in Moose Jaw from 1 to 6 throughout the week. And I believe they're open 1 to 6 on Friday as well. So thank you to Inner Strength Products as one of our major sponsors.
So Crystal now taking her third attempt at 65, and she has jumped 5 kilos as well. And Christine is on her first attempt with 97.5. And a very good opener for Christine.
Good lift, Christine. Maria with IR for the bench attempts here.
That 5 kilo jump from second to third seems to be a juggernaut here.
Yep, it just seems to be a lot for the lifters. I mean, for the weight classes that you're in, as you mentioned, that's a big jump.
Yes, for sure. You're talking probably 11 or 12% on some of these second and third jumps.
Kyla with 65 kilos for her third and final attempt. She was good on our first 2. This is her third bench at 65. And on platform 2, we have Maria opening up with a very big 102.5 kilos for her opener.
Yes, and that's the equivalent of 2 big plates in a commercial gym. I do believe Maria may be the bench record holder in this group.
Okay.
Not 100%, but I think she is.
Yep. For those of you that are in the gym, it's 225. And that moved pretty comfortably.
Yeah, she makes it look easy.
Good lift, Maria.
Kyla about to attempt 65 kilos.
Start off our second attempts here, followed by Kim and Tracy.
Well, that's a good third for her.
Yeah,
She might have
benches were moving very well.
She might have had 2.5 more.
Yeah.
And she's very happy with that. All right, Sarah King on platform 1, attempting 65, a 2.5 kilo jump. And Jenny on platform 2, 62.5 kilos for her second.
Bars loaded for Jenny.
I believe Sarah had to grind out that second attempt, so probably 2.5 kilos is a good choice.
And Sarah has a relatively big arch. Just a little too much. Jenny now on 2, and this is the start of our second round.
This is the start.
Correct? Yes.
Yes. Start of the second round on platform 2, flight B. Nicole Hart with 67.5 kilos for a second time. Her third attempt. She did not make it on her second attempt on platform 1.
And Jenny's lift looks good on 2. 3 white lights.
A lot of support for Nicole. And we have Kim coming up on platform 2 with 62.5 kilos.
62.5 kilograms here as a second attempt for Kim.
Yeah, it's just a little too much for Nicole today.
Too much today.
Kim on 2, 62.5. She gets the lift off. Looks like she may have to replace a little bit of a bend in her elbow. Let's see if she can do something to correct that. Generally speaking, if you turn your elbows in a little bit, it does straighten.
Locks them out a bit.
Out a little bit. So let's hope that looks a little better.
That looks better.
And she got the command right away. And again,
yeah, that can
once
throw you off a little bit.
Place the bar, it's rare that you come back. It's one of those where you got to kind of make the adjustment and just move on. We got 75 on platform 1 here with Kimberly.
Kimberly attempting 2.5 kilos more for her third and final attempt.
Tracy Arias on platform 2 jumps 5 kilos to 70. Her opener was very strong.
Bars loaded for Tracy. 70 kilograms here for her second attempt.
Well, good and steady.
Yeah, she'll be happy with that, I'm sure.
Yeah. Good lift on 1. Maria will be up on 1 with 80 kilos for her third and final attempt. A 2.5 kilo jump. Tracy is about to attempt her second at 70 on platform 2. We are almost through third attempts on platform 1. We have 3 lifters left.
Still really strong for Tracy.
Good
Should
lift
be a
for
good
Tracy.
lift.
Yeah.
And Maria now 2.5 kilo jump to 80 kilos.
Bar floating for Jennifer.
A little too much
Yeah,
today.
just too
Yeah,
much.
it's a big jump too, so I'm sure she'll be happy with 77. We got Jennifer Kwan, 72.5 on 2.
And then finishing off bench
And
with
Jennifer
Maria
Theron
Bell.
on 1 with 90 kilos.
Bars loaded.
So when we finish up on platform 1, our first flight here, second flight, we will take a break. We will then focus on platform 2 until bench is finished on platform 2.
That's a good lift. Heather's coming up next with the single, followed by
We are on our
Eileen
second
for
last
Julian.
lifter on platform 1, and then we will take a
Bar
short
floating
break
for Heather.
and focus on platform 2. Jennifer with 90 kilos on platform 1.
And a good fight, I think that's okay.
That
And that was a 5 kilo jump.
should be a good lift.
And
It
that's
is.
good.
And Heather on platform 2 with 72.5 kilos.
All right, let's finish off this bench section with another national record here. 96 kilos.
Very easy. Oh,
Ooh,
little hitch, but
little bobble, but I think it should be
be good.
okay. Yes.
It is. And Emmanuel was planning on chipping her national record again.
Yeah, so she's going to go up a half kilo, which she has the option of because it is a national record. I think it's a very good choice here.
Yep. No reason to go any higher. It's her record. She can chip it.
And we have Eileen on 2, jumping 2.5 kilos up to 72.5.
72.5 kilograms here for Eileen, second attempt.
All right, Emmanuel with another national record attempt to chip her own record.
And Emmanuel got that moving
I
up
think
the chest
she's got it.
faster than the other, and it's a good.
I think she has another national
It's
record.
all good.
She
It's
does.
hard, but I think she come out on top there. Faster off the chest in the second,
Yes.
and able to hold it steady.
Grind through it.
Eileen was good on 2, and we got Jillian Goldie now.
And we have completed bench press on platform 1. We have move our focus over to platform 2. Jillian at 100.
I think that's
That's got to be an error. It said
75.
75. Jillian's second attempt is at 75 kilos. Yes.
I think they may have flash forward to the deadlift.
to the deadlifts. Yep. All right, Jillian with her second, a 2.5 kilo jump from her first.
That's a good second attempt.
That's a good
3
lift
white
for
lights.
Jillian with 3
Sujan
white
up
lights.
next is making a 5 kilo jump to 77.5. We are halfway through our second round of bench press on flight 2
Bars
on
loaded
platform
for
2.
Sujan, 77.5 kilograms for her second attempt.
Currently, we have our 84 plus and 76 kilo lifters on platform 2.
And Sujan here with a 5 kilo jump. The rope move was very smooth. And it looks good.
It's a very tricep focused bench press, very narrow,
Yeah, and
but very strong.
2 white legs.
A yellow from the front generally indicates there's maybe some foot movement or maybe a head.
Head movement?
I don't see anything from this vantage
No,
point.
neither
But
do I, but it's hard to say from our angle.
exactly, there's so many things that the yellow card can be.
Lily up for her second at 80 kilos.
2.5 kilo jump. And a good second attempt, it looks like.
Yep.
Oh, again,
Let's
we
take a
got
movement to the
those
bar there for Louis.
2 yellow cards from the side, which I think
Watch,
would be the
yep.
buttocks.
And you can see that on the replay, just a little bit. There's just a little bit of, yep.
Yeah.
Bars loaded
Yep.
for Barbara Ann.
And they both got it, yeah. And they seemed to be looking for it.
80 kilograms.
Barbara Ann up with 80 kilos. This is a 7.5 kilo jump from her opener. But if I remember correctly, the opener went up very quickly.
Yeah, it was very, very smooth.
So.
And again, when we get into that 80, 85 kilo range, the jumps generally might be a little bigger, and percentage-wise, again, very relative.
Sure.
That was a very nice second attempt. If she went up 5, I wouldn't be surprised. I think she'd be very comfortable.
Nicole going up 5 kilos to 97.5 kilos for her second. We're coming up to the end of the second round of bench press attempts on platform 2. Our 84 plus lifters. And Nicole here with her second.
Bars loaded for Nicole.
Very nice second attempt as well.
There's definitely another 5 kilos there for her as well. Christine is now going to be attempting 102.5 kilos
Her second attempt.
for her second.
That's for sure. Looks like we may see 3 or 4 lifters over that 100 kilo mark.
Yeah. We potentially could have 3 lifters lifting over 100 kilos in the bench press.
Bars loaded for Christine.
Christine's first attempt went up very quickly. She had a very strong opener. This is a 5 kilo jump to her second. A little more work.
Yeah, let's see what the judges say on that one.
Oh,
yeah, we got a yellow card and we got a blue card.
Would that be an up and down?
Blue is up and down.
And the yellow is for maybe the butt lifting.
Yeah, it's moving. I can't see daylight from this point, but yeah, not sure if our coach will go to the jury on that one or not.
He has already.
Oh,
he's over there talking.
Maybe overturning the lift. Maybe yeah, he is going to ask the head judge what she saw, and then they'll confer again and make their decision.
Our last lifter is Maria Tacone. Second attempts here. She's the last lifter in the round. She's jumping 5 kilos to 107.5.
Maria's opener was very strong.
It was. Did they overturn Christine's?
And that looks like a good attempt from Maria. Let's see what the judges say.
Good lift
3
from
white
Maria.
lights.
Here on platform 2, we're going to start our third attempt bench presses with Kim.
Hasn't changed yet.
Hasn't changed yet. We'll have to wait and see.
Now starting the third round.
Kim Johnson with 62.5 for the second time, her third attempt. We are at the top of the order for Flight B, Platform 2.
Bars loaded for Kim. Third attempt here, 62.5 kilograms.
And with Christine, it doesn't look like they changed.
They did not. Nope.
15 seconds, change your openers, Flight A, Platform 1.
So Kim here with 62.5 kilos.
Let's go, Kim.
She missed this on her second. She had the elbows locked out right from the beginning this time. Got it moving a little bit. It's still a little too much.
Not quite.
That's a tough transition when you're a narrow bench presser with a tricep focus. If you don't get it past that sticking point, you're not getting a lot of help from your chest.
Yeah, exactly. And it looks like maybe she has a tendency to have her elbows a little bit bent, which could leave her in a better position to start. And by taking that away, by the referees asking her to straighten her elbows, just throws off your leverage is just that slightest margin. And that's the difference of making or not making the lift.
Jenny Howe with her third attempt at 65 kilos, a 2.5 kilo jump for her. First two were good. While we wait for her to set up, we're going to thank another one of our sponsors, Sask Lotteries. Sask Lottery sponsors numerous sports throughout the province, and we are grateful for their support for our sport of powerlifting. Jenny has chosen not to take a lift off. No.
Shakes her head just off the chest.
A little bit too much on the day. Jennifer's up next. 75 kilos for her third bench press. 2.5 kilo jump for her after a successful 5 kilo jump the first time. She is one of our 5 76 kilo lifters.
And again, just over body weight here for Jennifer. She's in 76 kilo class, but weighing in a little lighter than that at 73.71. Mm-hmm.
Excuse me, we have 6 76 kilo lifters, not 5. That looks to be a good third choice.
Jennifer's 6 for 6 on the day.
Yes.
Tracy's next, followed by Eileen and Jillian.
Tracy's up next. 75 kilos for her third attempt.
Both Tracy's opener and second were very strong. I think that's why we're seeing the 5 kilo jump. I think this is a lift she's very capable of.
She also had a very good squat. All 3 squats. She was our best squatter of the 76 kilo group as well.
And right now she's ranked at number 1 with the opening deadlifts taken in consideration.
Mm-hmm.
But of course, you got to go out and make that first deadlift for that to count. A little too much.
A little too much.
Not quite there today, Tracy. Let's go.
Eileen is up. Eileen Smith is up, 76 kilo lifter, attempting 75 kilos, approximately just over her body weight for her third attempt here on platform 2. We are almost ready to start deadlifts on platform 1.
Eileen electing to do 2.5 kilo jumps each time. Now I don't know if she's in the wings here. Yes, there she comes.
And Donna is just about to start our deadlift flight A on platform 1.
She's the only 47.
Yep. And Donna chose to take her second and third bench off. She took a break. She did not make those attempts, and probably to save some strength for the deadlift. And her opener is good.
So that, I think, will mean she's going to be the national champion.
I believe so.
Eileen just a little too heavy on her third attempt.
With Donna's successful deadlift, she should be our 47 kilo champ, being the only lifter in that group.
Yeah, and now a lot of the pressure is off, and she can go out and enjoy the last 2 deadlifts.
Exactly. It does make a difference when you have no pressure at the end on the deadlifts.
For sure.
Melissa with her opener at 110. She is our only 57 kilo lifter.
Very easy opener.
And with that lift, she will be our 57 kilo national champ.
When one red light.
What was the red for, I wonder?
It's generally a support. Maybe shoulders not locked out.
I'm not sure.
We're not standing erect. It looked good to me, but
it's a good lift.
Jillian, just a little too much as well.
Nice work, Jillian.
Julie opening at 130 on platform 1. Heather opening, with her third, at 77.5 on platform 2 with the bench press. So we are following deadlift on platform 1, bench press on platform 2. Julie with her opener.
Heather opting to jump 5 kilos here as well in the bench press. Julie doing her opener. Yep. Looks very good.
Yep, good opener.
And 3 white lights.
Tiffany will be up next at 132.5 kilos on platform 1.
Now, let's see if there was any up and down on that. It was close, but I
That's
think
what I thought too. Yeah, it was
there was
right
actually 2 points where
above the chest, right immediately above the chest. There's an up and down here. Yeah, there, and then there's another one just there.
yeah.
Yeah. Yep, she grinds it out, but you just can't have
Very
the bar go
surprised.
backwards. Yeah.
Usually when you get up and down, you get one chance to recover that, and I think she recovered 3 times from it to lock it out.
Melissa with 135 for her opener on platform 1. Tiffany was successful.
Bars loaded for Lily.
And we have Melissa up next. And we have Lily up on platform 2 with her third and final bench at 82.5 kilos. Good opener for Melissa.
Easy work with that for Melissa. 137.5 for Amanda.
And Lily
I'll have to
is
see if,
close on that one as well with the up and down. Let's see what the referees say.
One of the refs is thinking, or 2 of the refs are thinking, because we don't have lights yet. We're not sure if Lily's lift is good. We're waiting to see. Amanda with her opener at 137.5 on platform 1 is a good lift.
Good lift, 2-1.
So the good thing with these openers being successful is that means these lifters are in the meet, and they will have a total.
It looks like Lily did get that lift.
Lily did get that lift. Good for her on platform 2. Sujan is up on platform 1 with platform 2 with 82.5 kilos for her final bench.
Bars loaded for
Natalie is up on platform 1 with 155 for her opening deadlift.
With Sujan, she does elect to jump 5. Her second was very strong. She has that narrower bench. Natalie's deadlift looked really strong.
Good opener for Natalie. Michelle is going to open at 160 on platform 1.
Brooks on deck, lower in the hole.
And just a bit
Yeah,
too
I
much.
think with Sujana, I think it skipped a little on her as it hit her chest, and I think it made for a little longer pause.
Michelle on,
Oh, sorry.
Nope, Michelle on platform 1, getting ready to pull 160.
Bars loaded for
And now we're seeing why Michelle has represented Canada before.
Yes.
With a very strong deadlifter, and she was an exceptionally strong bencher as well.
Yeah, so everybody on platform 1 will complete a total. We have successful deadlifts on round 1 so far. We have Barbara Ann on platform 2
5 kilograms.
trying 85 kilos for her third attempt. And her first 2 have been very successful.
A little too much for the day.
Again, a 5 kilo jump might have been a bit too much.
Yeah.
Platform 1, Virginia at 170 kilos.
That was in your lift.
A good opener for Virginia, and she is in the meet. Remember, she had some struggles on her bench press,
Yep.
but she got her third, and now she's got her first deadlift, and she will.
And I think
have a nice
she's
total.
sitting in second place here behind Mo, who's coming up next.
That's right.
And it looks like Mo possibly just taking 2.5 more to reserve that last pull to make sure in the end you get that last pull for the win, maybe. Mo's an exceptionally good deadlifter.
We have Mo on
Very
1 with
easy
her
opener.
easy opener, and Christine with a 102.5 bench press, her second attempt at this weight, her third attempt overall. And we'll have to see.
Yeah,
That's a
good
good
white
lift.
lights.
She's got to
She'll
be happy with
to
that.
come back and make that lift.
And we have Nicole, our second last bench presser on platform 2, attempting 102.5. And we have Donna on platform 1, attempting 105. So we are back to the top of the order on platform 1 for our deadlifters. This is her second attempt.
Bars loaded for Nicole.
It appears to be a good lift.
2.5 kilograms here for Nicole.
It
Three
is.
white lights.
We have Melissa getting ready for 120 on platform 1, and Nicole is preparing for her third and final bench press on platform 2.
Now, Melissa got 1 red light on her opener.
She did.
We didn't see what happened there, what she was called for.
We'll have to watch this.
That's a little
more
closer
closely.
now to see if we can see anything. And hopefully, if there was something wrong, she can correct it. And again, looks very
Boy,
good.
that looked, yeah. And of course,
Yeah, it
then
looks really
she
good.
gets 3 whites when we watch, right? Isn't that
Of course.
how it works?
There's a grind here for yes, and it looks like Nicole will get
Yeah.
that 102.5 and 3 white lights.
She's going to be happy
It
with
was
that one as well.
again slow and steady.
So we have our last bench presser on platform 2, flight B. Maria Tacone is attempting a 110 kilo bench press for. We have Julie on platform 1 with her second attempt.
Bars loaded for Maria.
And again, a very good second attempt. Room to spare.
110 kilograms here for
Keep
Maria.
on the bar here for Tiffany. Bars loaded. Melissa's on deck and Madison on hold.
Tiffany is also going to be attempting 140 on platform 1.
And after Maria's lift on 2, I think we'll be taking a 10-minute break there.
Yeah, we will have a 10-minute break on platform 2 after Maria's attempt here. We will focus on platform 1 and our deadlifts for that time, and then head back to platform 2 and split screen when platform 2 begins our deadlifts.
A little too much for the day.
A little too much for Maria on the day.
All on the platform today.
And Tiffany with a good second attempt.
That's the end of our
Yes.
third attempt for bench press.
So
here
we
on
will
platform 2. We're
shift
gonna
our
do
focus to
10-minute
platform
break.
1 and our deadlifts, flight A. Melissa with her second at 145.
Loaded for Melissa.
And jumping 10 kilos, and I think that'll be a fairly standard. You may see some outliers, maybe a 12 and a half, but luckily a 10 kilo jump is going to be pretty standard.
Good second by Melissa.
Yeah, looks good.
That's a good lift. Same weight here for Amanda.
We have Amanda next at 145 on platform 1.
Natalie's on deck. Michelle's on hold.
7.5 kilo jump for her. Mention one of our sponsors again, Visit Moose Jaw, the tourism arm of Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan. Visit Moose Jaw encourages you to see all the sights in Moose Jaw. Two of the things that I think of that I've been to in the past are the air base and also the caves. Good lift by Amanda, one of our sponsors, and we thank them for their sponsorship of the CPU National Championships.
Natalie's coming next at 165, followed by Michelle.
Natalie is up 165. That is a 10 kilo jump for her.
Bars loaded for Natalie.
Natalie's opener was very strong.
Mm-hmm.
'63s has several good deadlifters here for sure, to say the least.
Yes.
A little slower off the floor with that one, but once it comes from the floor, she locked it out pretty easily.
Here for Michelle, followed by Brooke, and then Mo.
Michelle jumping 10 kilos as well.
Bars loaded for Michelle.
And Michelle's currently sitting in third.
Guys, can cheer out there. Come on, don't let me cheer. Go, Michelle.
Nice second attempt by Michelle, 170. She's successful.
And again, on your second attempt here, you're going to want to possibly leave anywhere in that 5 to 7 kilo range. So everyone seems to be pretty much in line with that, what we've seen so far.
So our last two 63 kilo lifters in this group, Flight A, are both going to be attempting 182.5 or 400-pound deadlift.
Yeah, and of course, the person who has to come out first is judged by lot number, and that's basically your weigh-in order. So if you weighed in earlier, you are the person who must come out earlier.
And these two individuals are also in first and second place right now, currently.
Oh, a little too heavy
A little
for
too much
Virginia.
for
on that
Virginia.
one.
All right, we got back to the third. Got the same weight here for Mo.
We have Moreo with 182.5. For her second, that's a 10 kilo jump as well.
Let's go, Mo.
Pretty easy second.
And she shakes her head to say that's not enough weight.
That's not enough weight. And with that, she almost puts this out of reach. It's going to take a lot for somebody to catch her at this point on third deadlifts. We are back up to the top of the order, third attempts here on flight A, excuse me, on our deadlifts on platform 1. And Donna, our 47-kilo lifter, is going to be attempting 110 kilos, which is 2.2 times her body weight. And she has already secured the national championship in the 47-kilo class.
Yes, there's no pressure at this point,
Nope.
and you can come out and just have some fun. And of course, all our divisions in the open through our Masters, 47 is the lightest weight class. With our juniors, sub-juniors, it's going to be 43.
And a good third lift and a good meet for Donna. Donna went 7 for 9, but she went 7 for 7 on the one she attempted.
Yes, she's made every attempt that she
Yes.
she come out for. And again, probably some strategies, save some energy.
Absolutely. Melissa's up next with 100. That is a 17.5 kilo jump. There must be a reason for that as a 57-kilo lifter who already has won.
Yes, it may be.
The
It could be maybe a provincial record or
Could be a provincial record, possibly.
or personal best.
Personal best PB.
I think if it was a national record, they would have announced.
They would have let us know.
Yes,
so
for sure.
there must be some significance to it. And that is, boy,
And it looks strong.
that is a good lift for a 17.5 kilo jump. Wow. And good for Melissa. She is our 57-kilo national champ. And she went 8 for 9 on the day. She missed her third squat, but had a very good day. We have our 63-kilo lifters remaining. Amanda is going to be attempting 147.5 kilos.
And this is just a small increase of 2.5. A little too much. She looks like she's walking away, maybe a little hurt after her second.
We do have a potential for a battle for second and third, so we might see some switching up here on attempt selections towards the end of our flight. There is only 12.5 kilos separating the two, but that will depend on successful third attempts. Julie with 150 kilos for her third and final attempt. Another 10-kilo jump for her. Oh, I think there might have been a bit of hitching.
Yeah. And I think yeah, she got it.
Or did she just slide them up? Slide the bar up.
It was a pretty steady motion. And with it being three white lights, even if the jury don't agree that that's a good lift, they can't do anything.
They can't contest that, no.
Exactly.
Tiffany with 150 for her third and final attempt as well. She is a Saskatchewan lifter.
And that looks like a great lift. Let's see.
It is.
And three white lights
For her to finish off that way. Melissa with 152.5 for her final attempt.
And 7.5 kilo jump here from Melissa.
Yeah, we're down to our final lift, 5 lifters in this flight.
So a good start. Let's see if she can. And I think that's a good lift.
I think that should be a good lift. Yep.
Good attempt selection on her third.
Happy
Sure.
with that. Natalie is jumping 7.5 kilos up to 172.5 for third and final attempt. She is
Currently fourth.
solidly in 4th place. She's had a very good meet. I believe 8 for 9 if she makes this.
I think if Natalie can get this moving from the floor, I think she'll lock it out. She's got to have that patience off the floor. Here we go.
And there's the patience that you talked about.
And look at that.
Well done. Well executed sumo deadlift.
Exactly. Really good call on that.
Oh, she might have pulled something.
Yeah. It's a great effort on her behalf.
Great effort on her. Now here's where we get into the interesting part here. Michelle, with this pull, now she needs to add to this, so I'm wondering if there's going to be a temp change here. If she adds something to this lift, she can catch Virginia if Virginia does not make her final lift. But I don't see an attempt change happening.
No, she is pulling.
She's pulling 180, which is a 10-kilo jump.
And she has 367.
377 if she gets it, and Virginia's still at 380. So I was a little surprised that she didn't make the extra.
Yeah.
For second place. I don't know what's going on here. Maybe they felt there wasn't that much there on the day. Yeah.
And sometimes a coach will say, what do you think you got there? And they might be choosing the max. Could be a personal best.
Sure.
Any number of things. And so now we got Virginia. She missed her second.
Yep, she's going to attempt 182.5 again. She has secured second place.
Yes. And she had a very strong opener.
She did.
Maybe it's the 12.5 that's been a problem for her. Maybe she can come back and make this.
But she has secured second place.
She made a big comeback on her bench. So
she made a huge comeback on her bench.
On her deadlift as well. A little too much on today. I think she's a little upset with herself.
Yep.
But
you know what?
Silver medal at the Nationals, she'll be happy to that when it all settles.
You can't be unhappy with the silver, especially given that she went 5 for 9.
Yes,
the pulls
exactly.
she made were excellent. She ran into a bit of trouble on the bench. She managed to finish a third bench. And she had, like you mentioned, a strong opening deadlift, and then just maybe a little bit too much for her second and third.
Yeah. She may have been trying to keep pace, and maybe she just thought those were lists that she did need.
Yeah.
And again, we have a national record coming up here now from
another national record for Morea. This will be a deadlift record.
And her second at 182 was not hard.
No, it was not. So I honestly don't expect her to have too much trouble with this.
Yeah, I'm thinking she might even leave some in the tank here.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's very easy.
Yeah. And there's your 63-kilo national champ. All right, we are just about to start on platform 2. So we are very close to starting on platform 2.
On platform 2, we've got Aaron followed by Vicky and Hannah.
And then we got flight B on platform 1. And flight A on platform 2. Got Beth to start off at 117.5 on 1, and Aaron Smith with 130 kilos on 2. Beth's opener was very nice.
Good lifts on both platforms.
Yes, and Aaron's as well.
Trish Markowski with a 122.5 opener on platform 1 coming up, and Vicky with 135 on platform 2. We are in our second flight of deadlifts on platform 1. We are on opening flight of deadlifts on platform 2. Trish with a 122.5 opener.
Very good pull. Got Vicky Lees on platform 2, 135 kilos. And a good lift as well.
And Crystal on platform 1 attempting 125. And Hannah on platform 2 also attempting 135.
Bars loaded for Hannah on platform 2. Got 135 kilograms on the bar for her opening attempt.
looks good on both. Let's see. Yes, all whites across the board.
Sarah King with 125 coming up on platform 1, and Krista Sandy with 142.5 coming up on platform 2. When we watch the deadlift, I know a lot of people look at the two different styles, the conventional versus sumo. Tell me what the advantages and disadvantages might be of each style.
With sumo style, named after what it looks like when a sumo wrestler is about to go in for a match. Generally speaking, someone is sometimes shorter in stature, stronger hips, and we got someone like Krista here. Conventional is the preferred method. Usually a strong back, longer leverages, and that's not across the board, but that's a general. I guess it's a general synopsis of why you would choose one over the other.
And one of the things that I know, because I don't do sumo, I do conventional, but one of the things I know about sumo is that there has to be a lot of patience off the floor with the bar, because you have to engage the hips before the bar starts to move.
Exactly, and generally speaking, we have a lot of sumo will look very slow off the floor, and then they lock it out in a split second. Very similar to what Nicole just did on platform 1. And then we got Morgan here on platform 2.
And for conventional, it tends to be more of either a steady upward motion or a very quick upward motion.
Quick off the floor, and usually you use your back to just lock it out once you're in that. What's actually a very hard place to be, but your back will kick in and finish off the lift for you. Yeah.
Rebecca with a good opener at 145 on platform 1. We have Sandy coming up with 162.5 on platform 2.
Bars loaded for Sandy. 162.5 kilograms, opening attempt.
Looks good for Maria on number 1. Yes. And Sandy locks out hers, very strong. And let's see, 3 white lights. So we've got Carol Vachon now coming up on 2, 165 kilo opener. And Kimberly with 147.5 on platform 1.
Bars loaded for Carol.
Looks good on 1 for Kimberly.
Yep.
Carol, 165, also very smooth.
Looks good on both platforms. Jennifer on platform 1, 150 for her opener. And Amber with 167.5 for her opener on platform 2. We are going to have some battles in the 69s and the 76s. I believe the 84s might be a little more settled at this point, but we will have some battles in the 69s, as we have a first place leader, but then after that there are a couple of different things that could happen depending on second and third deadlifts.
Jennifer's opener looked very strong. Again, Amber as well, very, very strong openers.
And in our...
We're back to round 2 on platform 2 with Carmela jumping 7.5, 125.
And in our 76 and 84 lifters, we have a leader, but there is a potential for a leader change, and we certainly have some jockeying that will go on for second, third, and fourth place. So interesting battles that'll come up. We'll see that a little more clearly as we see the second and third deadlifts.
Carla's opener very good. Carmela is now up on 2. Emmanuel on 1, open up 177.5. And a good lift for Carmela. 3 white lights. And Jess on 2, 127.5 for her second attempt. Manuel about to start her opener. good for Emmanuel.
Good opener for her.
And Jess is on is a good lift 2 on 2.
We are back up to second attempts on platform 1. Beth will start us off with second deadlift attempts at 125 kilos.
And Vicky on 2 with 140 kilos for a second attempt.
Good solid lift for Beth.
And same for Vicky. Again, your second attempt, you're looking to have 5, maybe to 7.5 to spare, maybe even 10.
That's a good lift. We got Aaron coming
It was
up,
a
followed
2
by
to 1
Jennifer.
for Beth. We're not sure what the red light was for.
Yeah, it looked pretty solid to me.
Trish is up for her second, 127.5 kilos.
And Erin on 2 with 140 kilos for her second attempt. And 3 white lights for Trish.
32.5 for Krista, followed by Sarah and Nicole. Bar is loaded for Krista.
And Erin, 2 to 1, so it's a good lift.
The blue would be for
I think her knees, the head judge may have thought her knees were
okay.
not locked out fully.
Gotcha.
Sometimes lifters will lean back when they're actually finished the lift, and sometimes it can unbend the knees. I think that's what they were calling there.
Gotcha. But Crystal with her second at 132.5. Looks good.
A little bit of work, but pretty smooth.
And Hannah with 142.5 on platform 2.
Again, with the sumo, a little slow off the floor, but fast at the lockout.
Sure.
And that looks like a good lift.
Sarah with 132.5 coming up on platform 1. And Krista with 150 on platform 2. We're getting towards the end of our evening here. Another thing, when you're doing a 9-lift event like this, and you're doing it well into evening, some of the things in terms of just fatigue, what are the lifters doing to combat that fatigue potentially?
Well, you could look at the time that you're training at your home gym and then putting that relative to where you're going to be. It's, sometimes when we lift internationally, we might have 7, sometimes even 12-hour differences. So you kind of, you might wake up a little earlier in the day or make your training time for the time that you'll be lifting on the platform. Got Nicole on 1. And Krista on 2.
Both of those look good.
Both look really good with run to spare, the way you want your seconds to look.
Maria 150 on platform 1, and Morgan with 162.5 on platform 2. We are going to know who our 69-kilo champ is here shortly, in about 15 minutes. Maria's grind
sticky. Let's see. I think it's okay.
I think that looked good. It did. And Rebecca will be up next at 155 on platform 1. Our 69s are battling it out with their second and then third deadlift attempts will come up shortly. Morgan with a good pull on platform 2.
Ooh, and we got 1 red on that side as well, and may have been maybe failure to stand with the shoulders erect, I think. And Rebecca on 1. Good, looked a little tough on the floor, but again, the sumo, that tends to be that way.
Yep, good lift for her.
And Sandy coming up on platform 2, 172.5.
Kimberly with 157.5 on platform 1.
Sandy is ranked in first place right now. She's been lifting well all day.
Yes, she has.
And again, that consistency really can pay off in the end. And that was easy. We got Carol Vachon coming up now, 172.5, 7.5 kilo jump. I think that's a good second attempt for Kimberly.
It is.
Good lift for Kim. 160 on the bar here for Jen, followed by Kyla, and then Emmanuel.
Carol on 2. Looks like a good second lift to me. Judges 3 white lights.
And Amber with our final pull of second attempts on platform 2 at 175 kilos. So as we get ready for the third attempts on platform 2, just looking at some of the numbers here, we have Sandy out in front, but we do have a battle for second and third.
And Jennifer still looking really strong for her second attempt at 160.
167.5 kilos for Kyla, then Emmanuel, and then Kim.
And in the 76s,
And Amber's sitting in third place.
Amber's currently in third place with the 84s, and in the
Let's
76s,
see if this moves her up any.
And that is a good lift anyway.
we
We've
have,
got third attempts coming up here on platform 2 with flight
I believe Jessie is in front with the 76s.
Carmela starting us off followed by Jesse and
And
So Carmela coming out for her third attempt. She's jumping 7.5 to 132.5. We got Emmanuel taking her second at 187.5, making a 10 kilo jump.
And in our 69 group, we have Emmanuel out in front, but Jennifer in second. And then we have a battle for third place. We have 4 lifters within 15 kilos of each other.
So anything can happen.
That's
The
true.
last attempts. And some of them, might opt to take that big jump to
That
move
last,
up
that
places.
last big pull. Carmela on 2.
And that looks good to me. Let's see what the referees say.
Emmanuel with her second with platform 1.
Emmanuel for a second.
10 kilo jump for her.
Jesse coming up followed by Aaron and Vicky.
Nice lift.
Looks good. See what the referees say. 3 white lights.
Yep.
Now we got Jess coming out 135, which is 7 kilo jump.
And Trish with 132.5 on platform 1.
Jesse here with 100.
We currently have a tie for third place with the 69s. So that should be really interesting. Between
And it
Maria,
looks like Jess pulled her third. Looked okay. Yeah, 3 white lights.
tie in third place between Maria and Kyla in the 69 kilo class.
A little too heavy for Trish on her third.
So as we get to the bottom of the third attempts here, you might see some jockeying.
We got Erin for her third attempt at 145 in the 84 kilo class. And Beth, 135 on platform number 1.
And we will be starting our third attempts on platform 1. Beth will start us off with the third and final round of deadlifts on platform 1.
Getting the crowd into it.
Aaron's third attempt here at 140.
Help
And
motivate her for this big pull.
Aaron on platform 2.
It's 10 kilo and looks like it's good and steady. And I think that should be a
That's
good
pull
lift.
for her.
She looks happy.
She's very happy with that. Aaron with what looks like a good lift. She got one red. I wonder if that was for soft knees.
Yeah,
Possibly.
again, I think-
soft knees, yeah.
Yeah, just a little with that extra lean. I think she's actually finished. She leans back a little.
And then that kind of takes her out of the lock.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, we have Crystal on platform 1 with 137.5, and we have Vicky on platform 2 with 147.5.
Crystal jumped 5 kilos here. Vicky was 7.5 kilo jump. Crystal sticking with it.
Oh, wow.
She threw up.
That's
Oh,
okay.
it's unfortunate. I think that threw her off a little, and
Yeah.
we got Vicky. And that looks like a good lift.
Yep.
Good lift, Vicky. Flight B, platform 2, you have 3 lifters until cutoff for first attempt changes.
Now we got Hannah next, 150 on platform 2.
Little break on platform 1. We'll focus on platform 2. Hannah with her third attempt at 150 kilos.
A little too much for Hannah on this day. Great effort.
We have Carol and Amber at the end of this round on platform 2 that are 2.5 kilos apart from each other for second and third place. So you may see some jockeying on that last pull because they both have big pulls in at the end of this round. And I could see a little bit of changing going on here depending on what each of them and their coaches feel might be enough to win second or third place. We do have Sandy out in front. I don't believe she can be caught. It would take quite the pull, quite the monster pull to catch her. But second and third place are up for grabs.
It's definitely very tight there.
Yep. Krista with 155 on platform 2.
And then we have the advantage of the last pull. So the person who has the last pull can always make that change.
There you go. A nice way to finish the meet for Krista.
Yes, Krista's had a very good day. 8
She
for
has
9.
8 for 9.
We have one lifter left for attempt changes for deadlift by B.
And now Morgan electing to jump 7.5 kilos up to 170.
She is
Currently
solidly in fourth place. She'll be there.
Bars loaded for Morgan.
Yes, that's going to be her finishing position.
She's there regardless of this lift. She'll finish in fourth. And then we will see our top 3 lifters finish out with the deadlifts. And as I mentioned, we might see some jockeying between second and third place. Can she get her shoulders back?
Yeah, she gets, let's see, let's go, Morgan.
I think she did.
Yeah, she worked for it.
Boy,
I think that's a good lift.
She worked hard for that.
And
she got it 2-1.
Excellent.
Excellent finish for her.
And again, got in a bad position, but she just stuck with it.
And she's one of our few lifters that went 9 for 9.
Yeah.
Good for her. Great day for her. All right, Sandy's up. Sandy is attempting 177.5. Sandy's currently in first place.
Looks like we're just about ready to go on 1 again.
Yep. Almost ready to start again on 1. We have Nicole on 1 attempting 140 kilos for her third and final attempt.
Sandy's third attempt here, 177.5 kilograms.
Nice lift by Nicole.
Yes,
Finish
Nicole's
out.
pulls have all look very strong.
Very strong.
We got Sandy. Oh, a little too much. That 5 kilo jump. Might have been an indication she was feeling a little tired to jump 5 kilos.
For Nicole, that was a 7 for 9 day, but she had a little trouble in the bench, but otherwise she had a very good day. We have Sarah up on platform 1 at 142.5, and now you're going to see the last 2 lifters on platform 2. And Carol has chosen to go with 180.
And that will finish her with 412 kilos, 412.5 kilos if she makes it.
Amber would have to pull 187.5 to beat her. So a big, big jump on her final pull to beat Carol for second. So if Carol's successful at this, which it looks like she will be.
Sarah looks good on 1 as well. Let's see.
Yes.
3 white lights for Carol.
So now we have to see what Amber's going to do.
So I had Maria Rendell on platform 1 making a very small jump, 2.5 kilos. Her second was a little sticky in the middle of her shins, and let's hope she can just stick with the lift. And I think this will be maybe a personal best for Maria, I believe.
So is Amber going to be attempting a 187.5 for second place or not? Let's see.
And Maria struggling.
Lifters got a
Oh, so close.
Got it.
Let's see what the referees say. Ah,
Oh, you know what?
a little bit of downward.
Amber only needed the 185 that she's attempting because she'll win on body weight.
Body weight, yes.
That makes sense. She gets this, she wins on body.
A little too much.
Too much on the day. It was a big jump. It was a 10-kilo jump. So your winner in our 84-kilo class is Sandy Klempner.
We've got our flight B.
And we
got Rebecca coming up, 160 kilos on 1.
Followed by Kim and Jenny.
And Nicole Ross on platform 2 is starting our flight B at 120 kilos for the 84-plus lifters.
A little too much for Rebecca
A little
today.
too much today.
And with the sumo, if you don't get it moving off the floor, sometimes it's just going to stick there.
Yeah, Jennifer with 165 for her third deadlift on platform 1. Jennifer's had a great day.
And on platform 2, Nicole's opening attempt at 120 kilos. And that's a good opener.
And strong first attempt for Nicole. We've got Kim coming up, followed by Jenny and I on platform 2.
Kim will be our next lifter on platform 2 at 127.5 kilos for her opener.
Both Jennifer's deadlifts have been good so far.
They have. And I believe that's a good one as well.
Yeah, it's very strong. And a good
lift. Way to finish for her.
Kim Johnson on 2 with her opener of 127.5.
Jennifer was one of our other 9 for 9 lifters in this meet.
Excellent.
Excellent job.
Kimberly jumping 10 kilos here. Maybe to move
Kim,
up.
Yep. Kimberly is trying to catch third place, I believe, with this lift.
And on 2, we got Kim with her opener 127.5, and it's a good lift, 2 to 1.
Yep.
Jenny coming up next, followed by Irene and Barbara Ann.
May have been a little bit of downward. It's a great attempt.
Yeah, great effort.
Just a little too much.
Yep. And so I believe Kyla has secured third place. She does not need to make this lift. Kyla will finish in third place.
We got Jenny here now for her opening attempt at 140 kilos. And it looks good. 3 white lights on 2. Mm-hmm. Kyla on 1. Just jumping 2.5 kilos. Second was very strong, as I recall.
Oh, yeah.
And this one very strong.
Very strong as well. Great finish for her. And she is your third place finisher. Emmanuel will finish up our deadlifts on platform 1. And she's added 5 more kilos. And with this, she would have a 428.5 kilo total, plus she would go 9 for 9 on the day with a good lift here.
And Eileen on 2 with a 142.5 opener, and it looks good. Next will be Barbara on platform 2, 145 kilo opener. And looks good for Emmanuel.
Looks good.
Looks good on 2.
And that is your national champ at the 69 kilo level. Your M1 female national champion. With Jennifer Theron finishing second and Kyla Kamiri finishing third. Focusing over on platform 2, Heather Anderson with her opener at 147.5 kilos.
And a nice cozy opener. We got Lily coming up next with 150 kilos in the 76 kilo weight class. This is approximately 330 pounds, so, and we have a couple of 400 pounds coming near the end.
We will have.
And Lily's currently in second place.
Lily's in second place. We have Tracy in first place. We will have a battle for third place. We have two lifters within 5 kilos of each other currently for third place.
Jan and Jillian Kwan. Bars loaded for Jennifer.
So Jennifer Kwan coming up now, 150 kilos. She's sitting in fourth place.
Jennifer here with 150 kilograms on the bar for her attempt.
Good opener for her.
Nice opener.
Good lift, Jennifer. Sujan coming up next.
Sujan coming up now with 155 kilos. Sujan's currently in third place.
Yeah, our 84 plus lifters currently, Maria is in first place, Christine in second, and we have Sujan in third.
And of course, when we say we would put her in third, that's considering if everyone else makes their opening attempts.
Yes. That currently placed in third place. Yeah. That can change, obviously, with successful lifts, failed attempts. We are currently on round one of our deadlifts, our first attempts on platform 2, flight B, our 84 plus lifters and our 76 kilo lifters.
And currently we got Jillian Goldie here.
Yep.
And she's opening 157.5 and she is in third place. A little tough off the floor.
Yeah,
Sumo. She's on the board, I think. Yes.
Yep. So Tracy's next. Tracy is currently in first place in our 76 kilo class. She'll be attempting 180 kilos.
I think Tracy's out front a little here.
Yes, she is.
Yeah.
By about 20 kilos.
Bars loaded for Tracy. kilograms here for Tracy, just under 400 pounds.
It's a very good start for Tracy.
Yeah, nice opener.
Looking up the for easy Tracy, we've got Maria coming up next, followed by Christine.
And Maria with her opener, just short of 400 pounds.
And Maria is currently our leader in the 84 plus class. I don't believe she can be caught. Again, we're on first deadlifts. Anything can happen. That moved
very
nicely.
good.
Yep.
And that's a good lift for Maria.
And our last lift of the first round, Christine attempting 185 kilos. She is currently our second place, or placeholder, in the 84 plus category. And she is attempting 185 for her first attempt.
Very easy opener, the way an opener should look.
Second attempts coming up.
We're going to be starting our second.
And Nicole with second attempt, 127.5, sorry. jumping off 7.5 kilos.
Yep.
And she's currently in 4th place.
Bar is loaded for Nicole. 127.5 kilograms for her second attempt here.
I wonder if maybe Nicole may have had a weightlifting background. Says the double overhand and almost a snatch grip position.
Yeah, very wide grip.
Yeah, and the thumbs are taped, so it's very indicative of maybe some weightlifting
Some
in the
Olympic
past.
weightlifting in the past, absolutely.
And that's a
That
good
is
attempt.
deadlift.
She's happy with that one.
Kim coming up next, followed by Jenny and Heather.
And now Kim Johnson is just jumping 2.5 kilos.
Bar is loaded for Kim. 130 kilograms here for her second attempt.
She got it, what's that, almost that hybrid conventional sumo.
I was going to say.
Close stance sumo.
Yep. There we go.
Looks good. See what the judges say. Oh,
Oh.
no.
And we've got some soft
I
knees or
think the problem with that one, maybe
shoulders.
her hands are so close, I think has that trouble locking her shoulders out.
Yep, because they're too close to
Too
her
close
hips.
to her hips, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Followed by Heather.
Well,
Maybe.
it looks good from here.
Again, from the side, it might look different.
Yes, for sure.
Sure. Jenny Howe with her second attempt at 150.
Jumping 10 kilos. Currently in 7th place. A little tough off the floor. She's sticking with it.
She's got a long way to go to bring the bar up.
Yeah, for sure.
But good for her.
Yeah,
Good second
look,
attempt.
She
yep.
worked for it.
Yeah,
and,
she did.
She deserved it.
Heather coming up next.
So we've got Heather Anderson now with 152.5. And again, a 5 kilo jump here.
5 kilograms for her second attempt. Bar is loaded for Heather.
Heather is currently in a battle for, I believe, 3rd place with 2 other lifters, where they're all within 5 kilos of each other.
And again, that may be the 5 kilo jump.
Yep.
And that looks like very good lift. Let's see.
That's a
And
good
again,
lift for
when you're in that
Heather.
battle, making a second so that you leave some in the tank for sure. And
Then go for it on the 3rd.
Exactly. Let's see how everything plays out.
See what you need.
Yeah.
Eileen,
The other athletes haven't been out yet to see what their deadlift looks like as well.
Eileen with 152.5.
And this is 10 kilo jump, Riley. Currently in 6th.
Good for her to grind through that.
Yeah, a little sticky, and she just grit her teeth and come through it.
Yep. Lily, I believe, is in 2nd place right now.
Lily's second attempt will be 157.
157.5 kilos is her second attempt. She is currently our 76 kilo second place holder.
Jumping 7.5 kilos.
Lily currently in second place here in the female master 176 category. Bar is loaded for Lily.
All right, here we go. Lily with her second attempt.
Stand by, bar down the hole. Lily here with her second attempt.
Solid second attempt. Good lift for
Good
her.
lift.
Jennifer's
Jennifer
up
coming
at
in
157.5 kilos,
5 kilograms for her
7.5
second
kilo
attempt,
jump.
followed by Barbara Ann.
Currently in
Jennifer,
fourth.
she's one of those three in that battle for third, fourth, and fifth place. Yep.
Yeah, and it looks like everyone's taking somewhat conservative seconds, and I think they're going to wait to see how everything can play out here. Maybe, I'm not sure what happened. They may have asked for the bar to be cleaned. Now, the clock didn't start. Sometimes the coach will ask for the bar to be cleaned, and the referee will have the discretion. Sometimes the referee may say it'll count against your time if
And
you
other
want to
times
clean.
it won't. Right.
And other times it won't, depending on, I guess, when they requested it.
So there's currently 10 kilos separating our third, fourth, and fifth place.
Yeah, so we're going to have a battle for sure.
76 kilo lifters. Jennifer with a good lift.
And that's a good lift. Barbara Ann coming up next, 157.5
And now we have Barbara Ann, who is in fourth place in our 84 kilo group.
Barbara will be followed by Jillian and then Suzanne.
Yes, definitely seen a couple of 412s here, and the prognosis. Barbara Ann having a pretty good day so far. Very strong second attempt.
And that makes her 8 for 8 on the day.
And that is a good lift.
8 for 8 for Barbara Ann. Jillian is up next with 162 and a half.
5 kilograms. She makes this lift. It'll put her
Jillian
in
is
third
also
place.
currently 7 for 7.
Master 176.
This is her second deadlift attempt.
And in fourth, so again, she
And in
needs to
fourth
keep
place.
making the lifts.
Yeah, this lift will put her back into third place. No, it won't. It'll hold fourth place.
Hold fourth, I believe, yes.
Yeah, hold fourth.
And it looked a little better than her first.
It did,
to
a little,
me, yeah.
little quicker off the ground.
So maybe she's just warming up, and yeah, so that's a good lift. And Suzanne now coming up 162.5 for 7.5 kilo increase.
So our third, fourth, we now have 4 lifters. Now, not 3, 4 lifters, 10 kilos apart.
Ah, so
4 lifters.
Staying very close.
3 through 6 in our 76 kilo class.
And Suzanne here now is sitting in third place. Setting her grip in tight. And that looks really strong.
Good second attempt for Suzanne.
That's a good lift for
Was that a lockout issue?
Again, maybe, let's see if her shoulders was not all the way
shoulders.
back, or her knees rebent at the top. Look good from this vantage point.
Tracy is currently in first place, female master 176.
Looks good to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, it's we just don't have the advantage of the angles
Exactly.
that the referees do. Tracy with 190 kilograms for her second. She's currently in first place in the 76 kilo class.
I don't think she'll be. I don't think she can be caught.
I don't think she can be caught. No. If she makes this, there is a 20 kilo gap for the third attempt. I mean, you know, it's a Hail Mary potentially, but by someone. And that's a solid second.
Yeah, and she still has maybe seven.
She has
and a half to 10
more in the
left.
tank. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maria with a 190 for her second. Maria is currently leading our 84 kilo class.
First place bar is loaded. Maria's in first place here, female master 184 plus.
I don't think Maria can be caught.
Now, again, that would be a Hail Mary, I believe.
Yes, for sure.
And if there was an attempt made.
Maria's opening deadlift was very strong.
second.
indicative of the 10-kilo jump.
Nice.
And that looks good as well.
That
The
is
referees
her.
agree.
Christine here with the last of our second attempts. Christine currently in second place, female master.
Christine will be attempting 197.5. This is the end of our second round of deadlifts on our flight B, our 84 plus kilo and 76 kilo lifters.
Christine jumping 12.5, and she may be trying to just close the gap and see what happens.
197.5 kilograms on
Her
the
opener
bar
was
here
very
for the
strong.
second attempt.
Jumping 12.5.
Yeah, that moved well. A little bit of work, but
Very good as well, I think. Let's see what the judges say. And
we've
2 to
got
1.
2 out of 3.
Again,
That is a good
she
lift.
kind of clenched up her shoulders at the top,
Starting
may
off
have
our
not locked
third
out on
attempt
one
deadlift.
side, I
This
think
is
there.
where
Definitely
it all
strong
gets
off the
left on the
floor.
platform. Nicole followed by Kim, then Jenny.
Now, here's third attempts now for Nicole. This lift will move her to third. Fourth place, I believe.
right, we are starting our, as Jeff mentioned, our third and final deadlift attempts. Flight B, platform 2, wrapping up the evening.
While we're cleaning the bar
We will
here,
let you
we want to
know
thank our
the placements of our
sponsors,
lifters.
Bistro,
And at the conclusion of this third round, we'll also let you know about the medal ceremonies and the Best Lifter Awards.
Reminder that Inner Strength is open for in-person shopping today.
Yes, and platform 1 is already finished, and Dale want to be getting them ready to come out as soon as the lifting is done on platform 2 for the medal ceremonies.
Right in stock. Bought some new shoes for myself today. Bar is loaded, Nicole. Let's go.
And Nicole opting just 2.5 kilo jump.
130 kilograms here, 286.6 pounds.
And that looks good to me. Let's see what the referees say.
And 2 to 1, a good way to finish the day for Nicole.
Yeah, she missed her opener only and has been steady ever since.
Yep.
Kim's third attempt here, 132.5 kilograms.
Kim will be attempting 132.5, a 2.5 kilo jump.
Yes, now she missed this on her second and then opted to go up 2.5 kilos more. It may have been just a small technical error, and she feels comfortable to move up just a little bit more.
132.5 kilograms for Kim. Bar is loaded, Kim. You got this. Let's go.
Kim has that fairly narrow sumo.
That's right.
And we thought her shoulders were back okay, but the judges didn't agree with us. But they're a lot closer than we are. And
Yep.
let's see if she can correct.
I just got to make sure you throw those shoulders back. There
And
we
again,
go.
it looks
That's
good
better.
from here. Let's see what the judges say. Oh, same thing again.
A little bit soft on the lockout on that one, but that
Is it
was
soft
good.
knees?
I'm wondering that maybe she leans back at the end and maybe her
The
knees rebend.
unlock. Oh, their knees popped out just a tiny bit.
Yeah.
Her knees came forward just a little bit on the lockout.
Yeah, I'd say that's a tough call.
That was a tough one.
Yeah.
I don't want to argue that one with anybody.
Yeah.
All right, Jenny's next with 157.5 kilos for her final third attempt here.
Bars loaded, Jenny.
She wipes the sweat off her brow.
Yep.
You got to remember, this is probably 4 or 5 months into people's, that they've trained for this.
Oh, absolutely.
And, it's a bit of a relief to be done.
It
sure.
is. As much as I enjoy competing, I enjoy that third deadlift a lot.
Yeah. She was going to fight it.
A little bit too much on the day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good for her.
Congratulating the referees. And
Let's get that bar ready for
again,
Heather
remember our
Whitney
referees are
on
volunteers, and you know, and being a referee myself, I like when the lifters come around at the end. And
they spend a lot of time
5 kilograms.
doing this for the athletes. So Heather Anderson with 157.5 for her final attempt in the 76 kilo class. She's one of those individuals that is in that placing, but for 3rd, 4th, and 5th.
Bar is loaded for Heather.
Don't believe the choice of 157.5, I believe, does not move her up.
yes,
though,
it will keep her in
5th
place.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Her 152 was tough, but I think this is a good call if you're looking at making that 3rd attempt. Let's see. No. And she may have known she was feeling a little tired.
Yep.
We've got Eileen coming up, followed by Lily.
Eileen's another one of our 76 kilo lifters. Her final attempt is also going to be at 157.5 kilos. We are making our way through the 3rd round of deadlifts, so almost about halfway through. Flight B on platform 2. We are wrapping up the evening here.
And Eileen, of course, had a tough start to her squats, missing her first
She
2,
did.
and made her 3rd to stay in the race. So she's doing well now. Is still here.
Yep.
A little too much.
Yep. And that's what you're going to see on 3rd attempts, right? Because people are making 100% of what they think are capable of. In some cases, they're reaching even beyond that, whether it's a PR, provincial record, trying to catch another placement, move up in the placings.
Yeah, and it's the end of a long day.
And it's the end of a long day. And there are times when you just feel energized by that 9th lift, or a 9th lift of the day, and there are times when that 9th lift just feels like the world.
Exactly.
It all depends. Lily is up. Lily is one of our 76 kilo lifters. She's currently in 2nd place. She's attempting 160.
And it's a little
solidly in
keep
2nd
her
place.
in 2nd.
Yep, solidly in 2nd place.
Again, Addictive, just a small jump. She probably just wants to
finish
put a few extra kilos on the board. Oh. Seems like got out front on her a little.
Yeah.
Got Jennifer coming up now, and she's calling for 162.5.
She is in a battle for 3rd place. We'll see how this goes. Jillian and her, Jillian and her are in a battle for 3rd place. Jennifer and then Jillian. So we'll see what happens on these next 2 deadlifts.
No, don't look like there's any weight changes, so she's
any,
committing to that number.
Which means Jillian would win on body weight if Jennifer does not change this number. Assuming Jillian makes her lift.
Right. And again, Jillian just jumping 2.5, which at this point might be the smart move.
Right.
So that's what she'll need.
So if Jennifer makes this, Jillian would have to jump.
Has to pull her next attempt, yes.
Yeah.
She's currently in 4th. We'll move her to 3rd temporarily. And she's fighting for it. I think that's going to be a good lift. And referees say 3 white lines.
She's going to force Jillian to make this pull for 3rd place. Jillian will have to make this in order to hang on, to keep 3rd place.
Yeah, so Jillian's currently in 4th.
Yep.
And looking to finish in the medals. It is just 2.5 kilos.
Right, but
both
you never
her
know.
lifts were tough.
You never know, yeah, exactly.
The thing is with this, if it is a tough lift, you have to have patience, stay with it. Don't try to over-exaggerate anything.
Nope. So for our 76 kilo lifters, this will decide our placings. 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. Jillian needs this lift to finish in 2nd.
Bar is loaded for Jillian, 165 kilograms. Let's make some noise for Jillian. 3rd attempt here, let's go.
She gets it moving.
Oh, she was patient off the floor. Good for her.
Looks like she has it locked out. This is for third. Let's see what the
was a
referees
little-
say.
Oh, she
And
got
2
it.
to 1.
There you go.
That's definitely a good battle there.
Excellent battle.
Tracy in the hole. Sujan attempting 170 kilograms.
So we know who our 76 kilo national champ is. It's Tracy Arias. Second place goes to Jillian Goldie, and third place to Jennifer Kwan
Category Master 184 plus.
for our 76 kilo lifters. Really good job of being patient off the floor there.
Actually, no, that's Jillian is in third, and I think.
No, Jillian's the lighter body
Is
weight.
it? Yeah, but she finished in third, I believe. There's somebody in second, I believe.
Oh, I'm sorry, Lily Albury.
Yes, Lilian was.
Excuse me, Lily was in second
Yeah,
place.
I was just trying to
My
find the
mistake.
name here.
Jillian's in third place. My
Yes.
mistake.
Here currently in third place.
Okay, so on the podium, but it's that close. Suzanne, 170 kilos.
And this will secure
Third
third place
place.
for her. Oh, yeah.
Very strong off the floor. Her
Very
deadlifts have been
nice.
looking strong.
Yes.
Probably some in the tank, but that's a good lift. I think she'll be happy with that.
Oh.
We've got one for hitching and one for
Yeah.
Really? Hit? Well, maybe. Oh, you know why? Maybe because the singlet came up. They
Yeah.
thought it was hitching.
Let's.
I think they would challenge that, wouldn't they?
Let's see. I think the
The
jury
coach-
looks like they're already discussing it. Oh,
But does it matter in terms of placement?
I don't think.
I don't think it does.
Don't think it matters.
I don't think it matters. 412.
It may matter.
Oh,
Maybe
you know
there is
what?
somebody.
There is
chasing
somebody.
her. Yes.
Barbara Ann.
Barbara Ann
Yeah.
is chasing. Yes.
Oh, so it does matter. Oh boy.
172.5 kilograms on
And there's
the
no
bar.
change on it.
They, yeah.
Making this left will move her into third place.
Yeah, this pulls her into third if Barbara Ann gets this.
Let's make some
Barbara Ann's
noise
deadlifts
for
have been
her.
looking very strong as well.
She has been.
It's a big jump, but let's see what happens.
Wow. She got it.
It's a big fight.
Can she get her shoulders back? Oh. Was there? Oh no. Oh no.
I think she had it. Let's see.
I think she had it, and then there was an up and down.
Ah.
Yep.
Oh, that was
I think she initially had it,
Yeah.
quite the
and then there was just a little up and down at the very top.
Coming up next, followed
Right.
by Tracy and Christine.
There.
yeah.
That's the up and down. Oh shoot.
7.5 kilograms.
Excellent attempt. So I believe Sujan will finish third. Barbara Ann will finish fourth. Fifth exactly, because Nicole was up here at fourth. And now we have our top two lifters, Tracy, in the 76 kilo class has already won.
Yes.
And then Christine will lift in our 84 plus.
So Maria here. All's been settled for her. She's going to be the new
yep.
national champion.
Maria will be our new national champ.
And 197.5 of jumping 7.5 kilos to upper total here for her third.
So she will be our 84 plus kilo national champ.
Currently in first place in her category, Master 184 plus.
I don't believe there's any way Christine could make a pull that would catch her.
435.4 pounds. Let's make some noise.
And another good deadlift for her. Third lift. I don't see any problems with that one. Oh, 2 to 1. Good enough.
Yeah.
Good enough.
Keeping her in first place.
And that will likely secure first place. I don't see any change in that.
No, I don't think so.
We have Tracy coming up. She's already secured first place in the 76 kilo lifters class. She's adding 10 kilos to this last attempt.
And this will be, she just missed her third bench, I believe.
She did.
Yeah.
She went. This would give her 8 for 9 if she gets this.
She's having a great day.
Bar is loaded for Tracy.
She's got it moving
Oh,
well.
wow. Still has the energy left for that third pull.
That looks very good.
Yeah,
I don't think
it
there's
sure
any
did.
question there. Yeah.
Deadlift for Tracy.
Yep, sure
Great day
did.
for Tracy and new national champion.
Yes.
Christine with our last deadlift
And
of
Christine
this
is
session
pulling
here.
207.5 for her
Attempting
final pull. She's
207.5
got second place
kilograms.
secured.
That's
That cannot change.
457.5 pounds. Currently in second place, female master 184 plus.
Yeah, we had a tight battle for the 84 pluses in second, third, and fourth place because you had Sujan finishing second, Nicole finishing third, and Barbara Ann finishing fourth. And here we are, Christine, with the final pull of the evening. She's already got second place wrapped up. A huge 207.5 kilo lift to finish the night. Here we go. Come on, Christine. Come on, Christine. Come on.
Good effort.
She got it above the knees. Good effort. That wraps up our lifting for the evening. Just want to make a couple of announcements to you before we sign off. The medal ceremonies will immediately follow in just a few minutes. So stick around for that. We will not be announcing during that time, but please stick around for the medal ceremonies. Also, they'll be announcing Best Lifter Awards for each age class, and those will be given out immediately as well. So, Jeff, another evening.
Another great evening.
Another great evening of lifting. We will sign off. Thanks very much. And have a good evening. And stick around for another 15, 20 minutes and watch the medal ceremonies.
Good evening.
Have a good night.